yeah, black sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. The title is Slave Sermons. Or I'm sorry, did I say slave sermon? That's poor righteous teacher. Poor righteous sermons. Poor righteous sermons. You guys know here in America, with African American culture, there are different levels of cons, of con games. And throughout this, the con has always been a thorn in the working man's back. When I say the working man, let me give a shout out to Trevor, MD, Gynocracy, BenCat. Give a shout out to the Arena family. Can the working class, and working class includes, of course, mothers and wives. That's included in the working class. So when we talk about relationships, shout out to Trevor when he did Straight Talk. Did I miss anybody in the Arena family? Shout out to the Arena family. Not everybody. So as y'all see the new background, I played a clip earlier today with a guy from he's from I think either New Zealand or Australia. He talked about with the whole Russia thing going on with China, America wants to take on new nations, and how there's a Christian revival where in the Black nationalist community there is a industrial revival. Okay, reviving the working class. Because this is the backbone of what made black people great. We could talk about the docks in California. We could talk about the GM plants in Detroit. We can talk about modern day Atlanta. We can talk about New York. We can talk about all over. And we have to ask ourselves, can we coexist with the poor righteous teacher? Because we got a lot of poor righteous teachers that do a whole lot of this, a whole lot of this, a whole lot of this, whole lot of good talking. And I listened to Trevor's show. Yes, hey, Gynocracy, hello, hello, hello. Yes. So yeah, the poor righteous teacher is the one that talks a good game and making black men look real bad out here. Okay. Now, how are you a poor righteous teacher in the land that offers you labor? But see, when Black Sun comes on here, and shout out to not only shout out to Nature Mom, but shout out to Rule Breaker. I said, dang, if I bring Rule Breaker back on here, it's going to be a double black eye to the poor righteous teachers here on YouTube. Because when you take somebody like myself who is a convicted felon, and is able to rise out the ashes like a phoenix, and there's a lot of prison genres on here that actually have successful lives, not only YouTube channels. And we make the poor righteous teachers look bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me drop the link. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because you can cut in anytime. Because this is this. I, I would. I hope people jump in so the sting is not too bad because this is going to sting real bad for the poor righteous teachers out there. The ones that want to separate, the ones that want to form this, that you're running away from. What are you running away from? Oh, the white man and this. The white man is not the enemy. There is no slavery. That's why I say I'm a double black eye, especially to the ones that claim they from the streets and oh they've been to prison. I am a double, triple black eye to you, sir, sirs. It don't matter. Whoever is the poor righteous teacher out there, running their mouth, sounding good, and then women, the women out here are getting caught up with the poor righteous teacher spiel, the poor righteous teacher spit game or whatever it is. Sisters, all you got to do is come to the arena uncensored, and you'll see hardworking men. And because I've been so nice, I didn't bring it out. I didn't bring it out because I was, caught up in this whole black unity thing, which is bullshit. Let's just keep it real. Because the poor righteous teachers, they'll get on here and find any scapegoat. Oh, he's an atheist. Oh, he's gay. Oh, they're gay. And oh, this and that. They'll look every excuse. Oh, she's a single mother and she did blah, blah, blah. Again, if you're a single mother, you're part of the working class. If you're a wife, you're part of the working class. Okay? Men and women who are part of that working class, shout out to Trevor, are natural enemies of the poor righteous teachers. There are natural enemies. We are their natural enemies. We cannot coexist with the poor righteous teachers. We cannot coexist with them. Not only can we not coexist them, they are going to try to undermine us at every given opportunity because they want everybody down here with them in the fucking gutter. In the fucking gutter. How's the audio, Trevor? Because I know the audio kind of gets on your nerves there, but I need a little bit of audio. I just need a little bit of audio to fill up the dry spots. You hadn't said nothing about it, so I'm assuming it ain't too loud. But I do need some of that audio. I need a little bit of that audio. Trevor. Okay, let me turn up just a notch here. He ain't said nothing. Did you respond? You're good. Oh man, good. Okay. So yeah, you sound great. Oh, thank you. Gynocracy, thank you. Trevor, I'm not gonna even say hardworking. My fellow working class comrades. My fellow working class comrades. And the arena, I think somebody left the thing, oh man, the arena's dead. No, the arena is stronger than ever. Because everybody here is working class. Everybody here exuberates success. And when the poor righteous teachers out there are not, when you have the arena shining the way it does and being the success that it does because I have the working class success, it is a black eye to the poor righteous teachers. Do you follow me? You're good. You sound great. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Trevor. Because the poor righteous teachers will get on here and they will tell you what freedom is. They will tell you what oppression is. They will tell you what enslavement is. And they have nothing to fucking lose because they don't have shit. Okay? They have no investments in this country. And I'm not only talking about stocks and bond investments, but I'm just talking about just general life investments. General life investments. You don't possess that, poor righteous teachers. What you guys, all you guys possess is the gift, the gab. But as MD says, the days of the nigga babble is over with. And many hit dogs hollered that day, MD. Many hit dogs hollered. Many hit dogs hollered. And by the way, we're doing a show tomorrow with MD. MD had to postpone it, but Black Sun's going to hold it down. And I always said that I was going to fall back because maybe it was the poor, righteous thing to do. But the working class said, oh no, Black Sun, don't fall back. That's what the working class said. They said, no, don't fall back. So now I'm looking at the little sermons being said here on YouTube, on the arena, the little sermons created by the poor righteous teachers. Oh, you should fall back and oh, you do this, do that. All up in the working man's ear. And I said to myself, these poor righteous sermons are like a fucking cancer. They're cowardice and they are unproductive. What is in the description? Unproductive, and they're overcompensating for not having a simple job. You poor righteous teachers are compensating for not having a simple job, and not only having a simple job, but having the discipline to be on time. Be on time. But yet people want to talk to Black Sun about timing. Oh, timing. Oh, your timing. No, my timing is great. Nothing is by accident. But we claim to be all so spiritual and this and that. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. You miss me with that shit. See what? These dogmatic, poor righteous teachers fear the most when they hide in the cloak of religion and all this spiritual spooky dooky shit. And this is why they all say, that the black women should, be quiet, is because you have black women out here, shout out to Gynocracy, who possess a special gift. She possesses a special gift. And no, when I say, and people will say, oh, Gynocracy is making you say this and that and the other. No. When I say the working class, that's coming straight from the heart. Meaning, get off your fucking lazy ass. Get off your fucking lazy ass. That's not from Gynocracy. All Gynocracy shares with Black Sun is the gift of being an empath. I know a true empath when I see one. And all she does is just add that feminine energy to what I'm saying. I'm already expressed, but I'm so entrenched in this testosterone. Sometimes it needs to be balanced out with a little different type of energy. But again, what does Gynocracy and Black Sun have in common? We're both the working class, and you're not, poor righteous teachers. That's all of you poor righteous teachers. And a lot of y'all have poor righteous teachers mentality because some of y'all do have like jobs and feel, oh man, I can't, because you don't know how to manage your fucking money. Manage your money Prioritize your responsibilities, sir, and you'll be just fine. Take it from me. Take it from the one who keeps putting black eyes on people who wants to use being a convicted felon as a crutch. The only ones offended by that word convicted felons are the ones that want to use it as a crutch because they don't want their life. They don't want to look in the mirror and be seen as a sorry ass. And so you try to take shots at every working class and you'll say something like, oh, fuck the arena. What you're really saying is, fuck all these hardworking men and women that's making me look bad. That's what we're really saying here. Shut out the mic. We're going to make the arena stronger than ever. Like I said, everybody here is a success. I thank Trevor. I thank MD20. I thank Guy Narberson. I think Venkat, man, Venkat, cold. And so, to my Renan family, again, the poor righteous teachers, whoever they are, they're going to talk a good game. The poor righteous teachers cannot coexist with the successful working class. Now, it's a working class, Melvin, can take a little bit because when we talk about when black and women were great and marrying during that time, we had a little bit. And MD brought something to my attention. He said the Great Depression didn't oppress us because we already knew how to make a little bit and make it great. So yeah, when you have a job, you take the little resources and you build upon it. Not only do you build upon your resources, you build on your character. No, you didn't hear me. You build on your character. And you let your fruits. Because, like I said, if any poor righteous teacher point fingers and talking about black son doing bad time, and I'm gonna say, where your fruits at, sir? What, you don't even have a tree. Where's your tree? Where's the leaves? Where are you bearing fruits? To point fingers at black son to say, black son, timing is off. No, nothing's by accident. Black son's timing is always on point. And I don't want to be obnoxious, and I don't have to take this little video camera here and go around this large house, this 2-story large house, go through the gym room and all that. I don't have to do all that. Go through the garage with the 2 paid off vehicles, show the backyard, where you don't see no other house in sight with the pond and all that, with the little raccoon trap and possum trap. And I don't have to do all that. You guys already know where I come. I don't have to get on here with the credit cards. I've already done that. Because we don't have to show fake. My son has like the little fake cash and all that. We ain't got to do all that. Because the character is already there. The hard work, the rewards are already there. It's only the poor, righteous teachers that always got something bad about to say about this land that we live in that offers opportunity that people around the world are trying to get to. Do you guys know what a coyote is? Melvin, put a 1 in the chat if you know what a coyote is. Not the dog coyote, but the slang term for smuggler. Somebody put a 1 in the chat if you know what a coyote is, so I can move forward. Yes, sir, I do. Okay, that's all I needed, Melvin. A coyote is a person who smuggles people from Mexico to the United States. When smuggling people in these U-Haul trucks with no air conditioning, there is about maybe about 25 people, and I'm being generous, in a hot fucking truck with that much ventilation in 110-degree weather trying to get to this slave America. Think about that. This slave country that we take for granted, that the poor righteous teachers, man, person had a nerve to call me a damn military brat. No, 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 no. You can show a poor righteous teacher your credentials, and somehow they want to try to bring you down with them in the mud again and again in the mud. The arena sister will not be drugged down in the mud. We are rising up out of the ashes, Melvin. Happens all the time here in Arizona. Okay, well, we're on the same page here, Melvin. So, Melvin, what do you think about today's title? Poor Righteous Sermons. When I ask you, can the working class, the successful working class, or just the working class, because I think if you're the working class, you are a success. You are a success if you're working class. If you can endure and maintain, you are a success. Versus the poor righteous teacher. What do you think about that, Melvin? What's your take on that? What do you think about that? And you'll get your answer. Melvin, do you know what a poor righteous teacher is, Melvin? Again, Melvin, do you know what a poor righteous teacher is? A poor righteous teacher is a person who is the complete opposite of the working class. And the working class and the poor righteous teacher cannot coexist. See, we like, oh, we love the poor righteous teacher because he talks real good and she talks real good, and then wonder why we have black women complaining about black men. Sisters, it's not that difficult. You know what the hardworking man looks like. They get on here all the time. Myself, MD, Trevor. And the poor righteous teachers get offended when they hear somebody like Trevor. I got a beautiful wife and I got, beautiful daughter, and I picked myself up by my bootstraps. The poor righteous teachers get hurt by that. I don't, because it exuberates success. It exuberates success. And what I'm trying to tell you, Melvin, is that as long as you have the poor righteous teachers lurking among us like some slugs, like leeches, it's always going to be a problem and an issue. We have to protect our women and children from the poor righteous teachers. Trevor, give me one in the chat if you're still there, bro. That was harsh, but I understand. What's so harsh about it, sir? Please tell me, Melvin. What's so hard about the? Because the poor righteous teachers teaches anti-work. They teach that we're a slave. They teach all the ills that they're shitting upon our success as hard workers. So tell me why that is harsh. Please tell me why that's harsh. I haven't. I'm an easy person because I've been around these damn poor righteous teachers, these homosexuals. I've been around them for a long time, and I've tolerated a lot of their shit. They serve a purpose. What purpose do they serve? And is the purpose any good? Is it any good for the working class? because it goes against the working man's class creed, which is build character, discipline, being to work on time. The poor righteous teacher will tell you, get in your ear, oh, that's the white man's slave, and oh, that's the plantation mentality, and they will fucking gurgitate all in your ear things that are anti working class success. So please, Melvin, please. They benefit off the working class. No, they leech off the working class, sir. They have nothing to contribute but yik yak to the working class. Working class don't want to hear that shit. We want to see now the men. We don't want to. We don't want to. We don't. We have zero tolerance for that. And what they fear is that they will see that the women will see what we see, and then the poor righteous teachers will fail. They will cease to exist because nobody will want to procreate with them. Nobody will want to lay down with them. They will get Margaret Sanger up out of here. Margaret Sanger, the ones that talk about the less desirables, she wasn't talking about the working class. She was talking about the poor righteous teachers, and there's poor righteous teachers in every race, not just the black race. Oh, now you agree they make a lot of excuses. And how does excuses? Oh, now are you switching gears, Melvin? Are you switching gears, Melvin? I need a little pushback, just a little bit, just a little bit. But the days of the nigga babble, I'm just biased. I agree they make a lot of excuses. I'm just biased. What are you biased towards, the poor righteous teacher or the working class? Because they can't coexist. Although the poor righteous teacher needs the working class does not need the poor righteous teachers. We don't need them. We don't want them. We don't need them. But they need us because they need to leech off our blood. They need to suck our blood. They need to leech off of us. Hey, homie, you got $1? Hey, man, can I borrow $5? Can I borrow? Can I borrow $20? That's the only thing that the poor righteous teachers got to offer. Can I borrow? Borrow? Gimme. What do they have to offer us? But they have a handout all the fucking time. I understand your choice is best for the arena. It's not even my choice. It's just that I have to make things clear because the hate is already there. The threat is already there. Like I said, when you look at MD, exuberates success. He exuberates success and triumph. Same with Trevor. He exuberates success and triumph. And when you exuberate success and triumph, it exposes the poor righteous teachers. Because the poor righteous teachers, they teach nothing but bullshit. I saw a video about MD. Right. And the video you saw about MD, I'm assuming, because I don't go over there and entertain that bullshit. I'm assuming some poor righteous teacher was talking about, oh, MD is a slave and this and that. You know, the same old poor righteous teacher rhetoric. It's the same poor righteous teacher rhetoric. How does my mic sound? Does it sound good? I have to do mic checks every so often. Every 30 minutes, I'm gonna do a mic check because the battery be wearing down. It be wearing down. How does my mic sound? Tell me how it sounds. We all need to get along. The poor righteous teachers and the working class cannot get along, sir. Now they will do a chameleon in camouflage and pretend to get along. But no. Thank you, God accuracy. No. The working class, no, the working class, Melvin, you said we should encourage those lazy men. And so when comes a time where we just have to cut them off? Melvin, sir, I told my son to go out and do your thing at age 18. And now he is learning the value of money. He's learning the value of money and building up work character, which will put him in a state of mind of not being a poor righteous teacher, but being a success in the working class. But I like this pushback, Melvin, because I do need a little pushback. I do need a pushback. Um, Let me send a link. Let me send a link because I see the gears going. I see the gears going. So we should encourage. So you should be enough encouraged to those lazy men. So when the women start just selecting men that are the successful working class, they will get off their ass. Because I've heard the poor righteous teacher talk about how men get a job and no, they're lames and they can pull women. No, the working class are supposed to pull the women because we are productive. It is you that is the lame. It is you that are bound for prison. It is you that take penitentiary chances. Oh, I'm gangsta. Oh, I'm gangsta. Oh, you ain't hard. Man, fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck anybody down with that fuckery. Let's see what God says. They said they would kill black Christians and gay black people. That's not unity. No, that's not unity at all, Gynocracy. And shout out to the working class Christians, the working class Muslims, and the working class LGBT community of all colors. LGBT, I don't say black, it don't matter. LGBT that are hard workers. They're part of the working class. They're part of the success. But the poor righteous teacher will say, oh, that person's gay. Or that person's this, or that person's a Christian or a Muslim, or that person's this, or that person's an atheist. Just a 3-card money away from your being a sorry ass. Who wants the explanation of that thumbnail? Did the poor righteous teachers have a father like you, sir? Melvin, there are too many successful black men and women in America who didn't have fathers. There are black and men and women who didn't even have their own, who didn't have neither parents, that were orphaned, that were adopted. So yeah, we can't play the excuse game no more. We can't say, oh, well, the father wasn't there. Again, you got cases where you have fathers, generations of gangbangers. You have fathers of penitentiary taking penitentiary chances where the son or daughter meets their convict parent in prison, their felon president, and doing nigga shit. Because even though I'm a convict, I don't do inmate. I don't play inmate games. I don't take penitentiary chances. Went in, learned from that situation, and came out and rised above that. And the only unfortunate thing about that is it's a black eye to people who don't know how to lift themselves out of that situation. I'm a black eye. I'm The only thing about my being a convict is I make convicts who don't want to do better look bad. That's it. Being a convicted felon doesn't affect anything. It doesn't. Now it doesn't matter what state you live in, so that plays a very important role. But no, but did the poor righteous teachers have a father like you, sir? Again, work. You either want to be a lazy ass or you want to work and do better. That's just it. I mean, Melvin, but I mean, nice pushback. I like where you're going with it because these are the typical questions on YouTube. These are the typical questions that we've been answering for the last 20 plus years on YouTube. So I like it though. Melvin, stick around because you know what? We're only 40 minutes in. Stick around. Stick around. What are we unifying with? Well, here in the arena, we're unifying with the working class, like yourself, Gynocracy. You are working class. You are a mother. You are a mother of two little men, two little boys, of two male childs. You are working class, sister. And so you as a working class, you see the bullshit. And then you're an empath? Wait, you see shit and then you're an empath? Oh, you're a double dose threat to their existence. You are a double black eye. You're triple black eye, Gynocracy. You are a triple black eye to their existence, Gynocracy, because you see the bullshit. And then you're empathic. So you see the double talk, the double bullshit, the triple bullshit. You catch all that, Gynocracy. You catch all that. She catches all that. Now Melvin says, I agree that we don't need our women with losers. But see, they have to make that choice. And we on the arena, by just us being a success, this is why they have to say, no, the arena has to go down. There has to be a divide, but you can't divide the working class. You can only divide the poor righteous teachers away from the arena. You cannot divide the working class. You cannot divide real men. You cannot divide the success because the rhetoric is, oh, the white man's system, and we got to give up everything and come to black land and blah, blah, just all the bullshit that Gynocracy be seeing. That's why you got to get rid of Gynocracy. She's a cancer. No, she's a cancer to you, sir, because you are a poor righteous teacher. The working class is a cancer to the poor righteous teachers and vice versa. That's why we cannot coexist, Melvin. That's why we can't unite. We cannot and we shouldn't want to unite because they're making us look bad in front of our women. They will get in your ear.
Yeah, Black Sun. But when I was saying, what are we unifying with? I'm saying, like, when they, because I think Melvin said something about unity, and I'm like, they're the most anti-unity people. Like, you had said something about, who was it? Margaret, the abortion lady who put all the abortion clinics in it. Yeah, like, they sound worse than her. They would get rid of most of the black population just based off what the fuck they saying if they could. That's why they talk about isolating themselves and trying to, I guess, go through some hardcore questionnaire before they let people into their lands. But the whole rhetoric is really separation from all these black people, even progressive black people, gothic black people. You know, it's just really weird, and it's just really strange. And it's weird that people don't see it that way. Even outside of, you know what I'm saying? Even black people who look at these religions from a mystic and esoteric standpoint, which is really right on the money, but what they're trying to align with, getting away from religion and developing your own spiritual system, they'll shun those people, or they'll feel like those people is corrupted or probably need to die or something like that. That's not cool. They won't say it now because we on their ass and we trying to tell people, well, motherfucker, what is y'all even complaining about abortion for? You know, what is the issue? Y'all have an issue with all these things, but y'all basically saying that all these people have to die. I guess y'all will save the babies or whatever, because I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all said kill the babies too, because I mean, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. They used to talk about that too, like Jehovah coming back to kill the babies as well.
Wow. Okay.
They feel like the babies is gonna go.
Right.
This is something that people have to think about.
Absolutely.
Like that. Why do you feel that way? Like, it's just so weird. It's just really weird. And people want to silence you and don't want you to talk about the bullshit. I think that's phony as well. But these people keep coming in your space. This space is also interwoven. You're supposed to just shut the fuck up. Like, but who? For who? And why? Why? Because I'm over here and it just, because somebody put something on you or whatever. Like, fuck out of here. And even in that last live stream, it was indicated that I was talking to you behind the scenes or something like that. No. Me and Black Sun don't talk. If it's not about graphics in the channel, we actually don't have a conversation outside of YouTube.
Since I got you, like I said, I do need the background and I do need the logo. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that yellow. I'm definitely getting rid of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're making.
You
changes.
need some change.
Yeah. We need to represent. Yeah, represent the change. Yeah, we're not. We can't move forward. I mean, we can move forward, but it would look good if we has a reputation of that moving forward, of coming out of the ashes. And like I said, the working class didn't want me to fall back. It was just the poor righteous teacher that wanted to fall. Say, oh, you should fall back. No. What? How that made me look? I fall back on my own channel. What the fuck? That sounds like some poor righteous teacher jibber jabber nigga babble.
Who said fall back on your own channel?
Poor righteous teachers. It wasn't nobody, like it wasn't you. It wasn't no hard workers. Let's just say that. It wasn't.
I know who you talking about, but I mean, yeah, ain't nobody gonna fall back on their own channel. I think you was just. I mean, that's what they want. They want you to be quiet. That's why they scrambling right now. They scrambling, and it's not that serious. All you gotta do is just, tweak your little whatever doctrine they got. I don't even think they have a doctrine. I don't even think they sat down and really talked about this. I think they found whoever believed in a revolution and having their own land and left it at that. Okay, there's too much stuff that they don't agree on. It's still a lot of them that still like coming over here, and they're not supposed to be over here. Even Lex like coming over here. He not even supposed to be over here. Oh, excuse me, poor righteous teacher, my fault. But
first of all, you come on here and you help the arena because you can say what you want to say, sis.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but even he like coming over here, even though he say it's bullshit, he trying to like it, and I understand it don't look good, but people gonna try to say that the problem that you and Yanga have is just from this. But I'm glad during that live stream you said no, like a hit dog is just hollering. Shit, that's what we say in the black sector all the time.
Yeah, that's all that is. But
I think I think that he been holding that in because he was like, somebody, I told you, little sis been getting in your ear. Motherfucker, ain't no getting in nobody's ear. What?
It's because you're an empath. And these fake religious motherfuckers see that, and they don't want to be exposed. First of all, you see all the street game, and then you're an empath on top of that. Oh, you are a threat, Gynocracy. You are a threat.
But how about I haven't been watching them? I don't watch none of their content like the other people, like the 4 bunch of teachers. I don't watch them because I know that they're going to lie. And I know I know that as much as they say be thirsty for talking about this shit, I know like it interests y'all too. It interests y'all too. Y'all want to talk about, y'all want to debate this. Y'all just going to do it with ad hominems and insults that don't have nothing to do with the information. But y'all want smoke. They gonna lie and say we're better than that. We're staying away from the negative Nancy's and everything and blah 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 blah. And it's just like, stop moving when I say move. Then stop moving when I say move. Even Yanga moved when I said move. When I came up here and cussed him out and told him bring his funky ass back on the panel, what did he do, Black Son? Brought his funky ass back on the panel, right? Even if he felt like he was addressing me and then addressing you, he brought his ass back up here. Oh, thank you, Melvin. Somebody who see and you. Oh my God, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying, man, because I really do like it over here. You know what I'm saying? And I like
that you like it over here, Gynocracy. I like that you like it over here. And again, Gynocracy, I want to say something real quick. Because you know all the sectors, you go around the different sectors. Other than Lions Den, where they petitioned me to come there, when have you seen me on other people's panel after you came on the arena? How many people panels have you seen me on?
You said how many people have you been? Have I ever seen you be a panel whore? No, I've never seen you be a panel whore.
Okay.
That's what we call it in the Black Club. We call it a panel whore. When you're a panel whore, you just get links. You know what I'm saying? That was the only time you went over there reluctantly. You just wanted to really chop it up with Inky. And then, I
wanted Inky to come over here, but I said, okay, I'll go over there. All right, I'll go over there. Yeah. So, but if a person invites me, I'll go over there. But really, because when it said Lions Den, I said, oh, that's a Bible place. That's the place for Bible thumpers. That's not.
And they invite me too. They definitely invite me over there because I got a wrench over there, and I like they always come in my chat. They come over here when I'm over here talking. So, but I'm like, it's too overwhelming. It's too many Hebrews. It's overwhelming.
That's a space for them, right? And I don't want to intrude their space. Their Bible. That's what they do. So I don't want to go. Well, why would I go over there that's just not my thing. That's not my thing. That's nothing against Lions Den, but Lions, and it even has a biblical narrative. Lions Den. That's a Bible place.
You'll just be arguing in circles. It's one of them arguments. When I hate them debates, and I'm getting tired of it too, and I didn't even realize it. I'm gonna go back and forth in circles, yo. If we talk in the circles, I don't want to have it. That's why even when you said Trevor's show was hot, I said I liked it, but I was just irritated because I argue about that shit all the time in the Black sector. I'm trying to get away from that shit. I feel like I just get a headache, yo. The same way how you feel about the Bible. Yeah. And people want smoke, like people want you to bring that smoke on the Bible topics. That's how I am about relationship debates. I can't. I'm all worn out. So
again, that's what Trevor wanted to do. Notice it's not. I'm not trying to discourage Trevor. That was fire. It's just not my thing. But just because it's not my thing, don't mean I don't support it or won't promote it. I will promote it all day.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, I just don't. I don't. Like I said, I think relationships are personal. That's just me. It is just different paradigms, different dynamics. You gotta know you're a unique person. Juju's a unique person. I'm a unique person. So our combination may be different from other people's combination. So that's why I just I can't really, I can get everybody's viewpoints. I can watch it, but participate in it, I'm just not what I'm going to do because I really can't. All I can contribute is if you want to know what Black Sun thinks about a date, well then go out on a date with me. That's all I can say. I can't offer no more to it. So yeah,
Right.
shout out to Juju. Shout out to Juju. I think mental health debates. I think mental health debates be nice. You know what? We're gonna do a CTE debate. Me and Trevor. What do you think about that, Juju?
Oil can't mix with water.
That's a good point. And Melvin, we've been trying to mix oil and water for a long time.
Mm.
It's just not happening. It's just not happening. You got the people who want to live off, other people's money, and you got people who want to just work. And
People, shit, my phone died. I thought my phone was charging this whole time. Never mind. I think this is.
oh, the thing just died. I got it. That's why I'm charging my other headset right now as we speak. I'm charging it up. Do what's best for you guys, my brother. Oh, appreciate that, Melvin. Um, the best thing for the collective, I mean, like I said, not only for working class, I'm just speaking for the working class, is to get from around. I mean, brothers, we already know as working class, but the women that want better, you got to get from around them poor righteous teachers, those homosexuals. You got to get from around them because they are leeching off the community, and they're not making the working class look bad because this is the platform that we're standing up and saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. And that's all you saw, Melvin. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We'll wait on yeah, I think more modern time debates would be more exciting because we have so much going on. We do, Juju, we do. And you're gonna get nothing but modern debates from Black Sun because I can't do the ancient history and ancient Africa, and I can't do all that. I can't relate. I can only tell you what is beneficial now and here. And right now, here and right now, the working class, the successful working class cannot coexist with the poor righteous teachers. We just can't. Because the poor righteous teachers are going to try to use every opportunity to demean you, to up themselves, to big up themselves. That is their agenda. I mean, I don't even understand their agenda. I think their agenda is for everybody to fall in the gutter like them. Boom. Hey, GT, I don't know if you. Oh, I think she might be on her phone or a computer. I think her phone dies. She switched to her computer. So cool. So yeah, I used to hear brothers look down or
No,
thresh.
when you say live off people money, hold on.
Yeah,
Ain't living off people money. That man said he want people to do work for free. And then he said he
that's
wasn't
living off. Well, living
kids.
off
I
other
think the
people's labor.
grandkids
Yeah,
damn near do the work for free. That's
that's a
the
leech.
weirdest
That's a
thing to me
leech.
though. Like it's gotta all add up. Like, come on now. Like, and then you want people to do free labor. Then it's like if they don't want to do it, then what? What you gonna beat them up? But I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Man,
Um,
working class. So
E. Bizzle made a good point. Said I used to hear brothers look down or throw shade at the working class, but never had anything sustainable but talk and esoteric talk. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? And then B Dizzle looked down us for work, for living, shaking my head. Right, right. And all it did was just spill over. It just spilled over here on the arena. Eve Bizzle, I never understood that. Juju, you know why you never understood that? Because it is a game. It is a hustle. It is a, yeah, see, girl, see, girl. I don't work with girl, I know about the stars, girl, and in order to be into enlightenment, girl, girl, girl. And Juju from New York, she's like, what the hell is he talking about? But it's some people that'll take off their clothes. Oh, the man of the hour. See, Juju, me and this man are going to have a CTE debate, which falls into mental health. It. Uh-oh. Boom. Now, when black people work, niggas don't. And Trevor's here is right on time. What's going on, Trevor?
I can't call it. Let me say this real quick. Two things, because I'm doing a lot of housework and stuff, so I ain't gonna be up here for more than like 10 minutes. If
he's working, y'all. He's working. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trevor.
So the first thing, because I see MD didn't do a show, but you say you guys are gonna do it Monday, so that's good.
We're supposed to do it tonight. I think tonight.
Oh, you're gonna do it tonight?
Yeah, tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, but I'll touch base with him. Yeah.
Because I was gonna do a quick live. I was gonna do a quick live, but I'll see what time y'all do it. Okay. So I want to say this first of all, because a comment came up yesterday, and again, you guys had these conversations, and you call the Candyman when the Candyman's not around. I didn't know about Kevin Samuels until he died. So anything that he's done, I didn't find out. I didn't listen to his first thing back and forth with women until after he died. And that was at the request of my man Cave telling me, oh man, you need to listen to Kevin Samuels. You need to listen to Kevin Samuels. So I went and listened to him, and I start laughing. Some of the shit that he said is right on point. So you can get information from anywhere. So the fact that people say he's gay, they caught him in the bed, and I don't know any of that, and I don't care. So the comment that I'm against homosexuality, but then I'll take advice from a gay man, I didn't know anything about him until after he died. So that's that. So I don't have to I'm not going to bring that up again on my show that I'm going to do tonight. So, but here's the thing: we never let facts get in the way. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Secondly, I don't know if you saw, but Solar confirmed me and Rio next Saturday for 7 p.m.
7 p.m. Yep.
So I'm gonna be I'll probably be absent this week from the arena just because I want to put my finishing touches on that.
Right.
Because I
some point in time, I'm hoping Team Arena hold it down, because then me and you're going to have the debate. So that means y'all got to hold it down. MD, y'all got to hold it down. Team Arena, y'all got to hold it down, because and hopefully Rio will come on here after your debate, and hopefully Mike will come on here, because you're talking about two major parts of the arena that's going to be studying for this damn debate. So y'all got to hold it down.
I think the thing with Rio, though, Rio said that he was on vacation this week or something like that. So he won't be around until the debate. But the last thing I gotta say, I went back and I listened to the stream, the whole argument stream and everything like that. And so I listened to it in real time, and then I went back and I listened to it last night, and it's very disturbing. So I'm gonna just say this as a guy who doesn't need YouTube. I come over here just for fun. I said it once and I say it again. I look at you and Yanga as big brothers. I look at MD as like a little big brother because he's younger than me, but he think he'd be schooling me a lot of times. But so I look at you guys all as brothers. And MD kept saying it a lot, like, damn, I feel like Trevor sometimes when I just think enough is enough. And that's how I feel with all this going back and forth shit. It's just enough is enough, man. I'm done with it. I'm gonna be on the arena. I'm gonna do my shows on the arena. But I'm saying this now that, like, even like a show like this, you're addressing people. But if we heard that stream, we know who you're addressing. So I don't want to have nothing to do with it, just because I respect the both of y'all. So whatever issue y'all got going on, I hope that y'all can piece it out, because 15 years ain't worth throwing away over some YouTube shit.
Can I address that real quick? Okay, when I say poor righteous teachers, I'm talking about anybody with that mindset. I'm not targeting a particular person. Now I know what you said. You're saying I'm talking about a particular person, and we're just making assumptions. What I'm saying in general, poor righteous teachers and hard working, successful Black Americans cannot coexist. They have two different ideologies. And this is the ideology that I've always had before I ever met Trevor, before I ever met Juju, before I ever met Gynocracy or anybody. That it has been Black Sun's creed. Now, you can call it poor righteous teachers. It's just another soft way of saying a con artist. A con artist.
Well,
and con artists and hard workers cannot coexist.
Fair enough, but like I said, if I'm ever on a panel and like the shit comes up where and then it's like the going back and forth again, like F them or F this, I'm gonna just bow out. It ain't that I'm running away from the arena, but it's too much, man. I'm really not into the drama. I'm not. Right. I'm not. I want to show y'all something real quick. I'm gonna just show you what I'm doing right now.
That's right. Hey, let's take a look.
This is
because y'all gonna make me mirror that too. See, look at that big house. Look at that big house. Look at what hard work does, y'all. Not poor righteous teacher, but look what hard work does. Show us the hard work, Trevor.
So let's see if we can. The sun ain't in the way too much. But this is my backyard. This is. That's what I'm saying, man. And what I'm in the process of doing now is I got to rebuild my daughter's swing set that you can see off in the back and redo her trampoline. So I ain't got time for the bullshit. I don't.
Right.
Like.
And so, Trevor, can I ask that right there that you're showing with your daughter and all that in your backyard? That's a result of your successful hard work, right, sir?
My absolute hard work.
Okay, and what I'm saying with this title of this show is that the poor righteous teacher wants you to give that all up for some nigga babble, sir.
Yeah, and I can't do that.
Neither can I, and I will never ask you to do that, sir. I applaud you on your hard work.
This is my black land right here.
Thank you.
This is my black land right here. When I got a 10,000 square foot lot. This is my big land. This is my black land right here.
Right. So what I'm telling you, Trevor, that this is not a personal back and forth. This is an ideology that what you're just showing, your hard work, is what I agree with and what I'm trying to show. Because you did a show talking about, and I think it was either you or Mike talking about how these women keep going to these sorry ass niggas. Am I correct in saying that? Okay. So in order to show what hard work and success look like, and you're doing it right now. Thank you, sir. You saved me from doing that because I was going to do that, but I'm glad you're doing it. Is what the poor righteous teachers will undermine. I'm not putting a name. I said poor righteous teachers, poor righteous teachers. That goes to anybody with that fucking rhetoric that says, Trevor, you need to give that all up. You a sellout. You just working for the white man. You need to get that up. Right, you work too hard for that. And this is what this show is about. So no, Trevor, it's not a back and forth. It is a reality show. This is what this is, a reality show. And I would be damned if somebody take pot shots at Trevor. Oh, he's a sellout. Oh, he must be one of them coons because, that's not street or this not this and that. And I'm just talking in general, Trevor. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for showing your hard work. Thank you showing what success looks like. Because you're going to get a video talking about, he was showing out this and that. That's going to come, but that comes with the YouTube territory. But you don't need YouTube, sir. I don't need YouTube, sir. The American dream.
I am the American dream.
Thank you.
I am the American dream.
And that's all I'm saying is poor righteous teachers. The poor righteous teachers, right. And I'm not expecting you to, sir. And thank you for coming on the arena, and thank you for your shows, Trevor. Thank you. Thank you for showing that these hardworking Black women out here have an option. Thank you for exuding that what hardworking, just having work characteristics look like. That's all I'm saying, Trevor. Thank you. Again, I'm not calling out any names. It's just a turn of events that happens. You know, we're reaching new leaps. But again, I know what the poor righteous teacher looks like, sounds like, acts like, because I've been around them. Because they assume that I'm one of them. They just make this assumption.
I hope y'all do. I hope y'all do get that taken out, though, man. Melvin, I absolutely credit my father. If it wasn't for my father, I wouldn't have any of this. My dad raised me. Let me show you something again. It's because of my dad that I'm this guy. It's because of my dad that I'm this guy for my family. Y'all see that family portrait? I'm this guy. You know what I mean? It's because of my dad, what he taught me.
Hold on one second. Juju, what title do you want me to add? Because I just said poor righteous sermons, meaning all the poor righteous teachers. Should I say con artists? Con artist sermons? How should I? You know what? You put the title in the chat, Juju, and I will change the title for you. Thank you, man. I will do that.
But like I said though, like if I hope y'all because it really depressed me, man. I listened to it. I listened to it at the beginning. I mean, when it was going on live, and then I had to go back and listen to it again, like to see like what the hell happened, and it was bothering me even more. So I'm just like, you know, y'all been together forever, so y'all work it out, man. Venkat will tell you, me and Venkat, when we were young, I did something stupid, which ended up having us not talk forever. Like me and him just rekindled like a year or two ago. You know what I'm saying? Off of some dumb shit that I did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point, men just gonna come together and just, you know what I mean? If you got to duke it out sometimes, you probably got to duke it out. But men got to come together and just be on their grown man shit. But like what I'm saying though, as far as me, I'm Team Arena. I'm gonna always be over here for the battles back and forth as far as on the information and the ideology. But when it comes to the shots and, you know, I'm going after this guy and this crew, I'm gonna just back away. Like the minute I hear it, I'm gonna just be like, peace. I'll catch the next one. Cause
did I mention a crew?
No. I'm just putting it out there now. So
and man, noted and respected. Am I attacking an ideology? Because I'm gonna rename it what Juju just said. Rename it. So I'm gonna do that. Rename it so people don't get misconstrued. And that's why
you're saying righteous teacher. That's poor, man.
Poor righteous teachers. And one thing that poor righteous teachers always talk against is the working class.
But what is poor though?
Poor, in my definition, is somebody who is not working.
Okay, because we're in a decent tax bracket, but I still don't think I think we're barely middle class if you ask me, and I live in Florida. You know what I mean? So everything is high here. But I was just wondering, what's your definition?
I'll rename it. Okay, let those that look down on workers. How about that?
Okay.
Who don't have shit. Those who look down on workers who don't have shit.
Yeah, I don't want to get into calling people poor and stuff like that because some people don't see riches as money. You know what I mean? Like some of us. Well,
what you just showed us was just things that in your life make you and your family happy. And what I'm saying is that there are people out there that will talk down on that. Is this not true, Trevor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you say at least 10 people that would talk down on what you just showed us?
More than that.
Would you say 20?
I say 1,000, 1,000,000, a lot of them.
So you say 1,000, 1,000,000. Do you see this as problematic to the working class, sir?
It's absolutely problematic because they vilify work. You know, the worst thing I hear people say is why you work for the white man. So what? Everybody can't be business owners. Like shout out to the business owners, but everybody is not going to be business owners. Some people, like again, my dad. I always talk about my dad. My dad owned his own truck for 10 years. He gave it up and went and worked for somebody because it was less headache.
Okay. Because I'm assuming now. I'm only going to assume you came in late. Do you consider single mothers as working class?
Hell yeah.
Do you consider wives as working class, even non-working wives as working class. Well, they're working.
Yeah, as long as they run in the house, absolutely.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. So what are we talking about when we say working class? So, but no, I would retitle it. Shout out to Juju. Shout out to Trevor. Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you guys are here, so I can put it in a context that is not, I guess, offensive, but the people are going to be offended just by what you did, Trevor. I don't see it because I that's what I'm saying. When black women say where the good black men at, when you show the example, somebody's going to get mad, especially the one who's not working, the one who just rapping the game. And I'm not saying any individual person, I'm just saying when a man, when the homosexual or whoever it is rap and that woman talk about, oh, that's a sorry ass man, this and that. Trevor, what I'm saying. Oh, okay, I know you got to go. Okay.
No, you know I'm very well, you wouldn't know. I mean, because we're not Facebook friends, but like on Facebook, me and my family, they look at us like, you know, and when I say family, I mean immediately in the house, my wife and daughter, they look at us as like examples, man, because regardless of how much people talk down on marriage and talk down on relationships and stuff like that, they want it at the end of the day. And they often look at us and they be like, damn, boy, you give me hope. You're an example. That's why I do the shit that I do.
Trevor, I got to stop you right there. Some people you give hope, but some people you're giving a black eye to. Let's just be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reality is, yeah, you're gonna encourage, and at the same time, you're gonna have enemies that hate. So we just got to deal with that, sir.
Yeah, in my circle, the overwhelming majority are like, damn, you give us hope. We love the way to see you treat your family. Because again, nothing I say on here is any different than how I am in real life. Like when I tell you that my focus is solely on my family and this and that and building an empire for my wife and my daughter, that in the event that I die, they won't have to have fish fries to bury me and shit like that. That's my purpose. That's what I'm here for. And that's the shit that I try to tell people. So if it comes off as me trying to be an elitist and stuff like that, then I'll deal with that. But my whole mission is I have a child. I need to make my child's life better than mine.
Oh, sir, what I'm telling you is you're not going to deal with that on your own. The arena, we're going to back you because you're a reflection of us. We're a reflection of you. Especially me. You're a hardworking man, and if I see somebody goddamn try to take jabs and shot that, I'm going to address it. I won't mention any names or crews or anything, but I'm going to put a decent title up there, and I'm going to address it as a man, sir, as a hardworking man. And when I seek success, that's where I'm going to point the direction because I have kids out here. Because I don't want these people who take jabs at hard work to infect my kids.
Yeah, I don't and like I said, you see my wife is in the chat and she could co-sign with everything I'm saying, man. I'm not, and I think MD asked me a question on my panel Friday night, which shout out to y'all, man. The viewership numbers on that is just consistently getting better. So shout out to y'all for that. But he asked me a question. He asked me if when me and her got together, if I was a nigga, and I'm like, no, I wasn't a nigga. I just didn't have my shit together. So my wife will tell you when she helped build me. And I always say that, like, that's why it may come off like I'm dissing the black woman. A lot of times I'm not. I'm just trying to say like, hey, here's your example right here. This woman helped build me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about build me to a point where it was like, damn, like if I'm planning on even whooping somebody's ass or something, I think about them like, nah, because I don't want to get in any issue that will put any hard thing on them. See what I'm saying? I get out of that mindset, man. That's why I flex as much as I do when it comes to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they made me better. I pushed them forward. That's why when I show you the family pictures and stuff like that, none of that is not an act. I'm not the dad that only see his kids on certain days and take pictures with them and act like he's been in their life with them forever. I was in the hospital with my daughter every single day for 3 months, fighting for her life. I was there fighting with my wife side by side. So that's why we are the way we are. We got a saying in my household. is us against the world. It's team us. That's all we care about. It's like if I say something, but did it offend you? Nope. I know you. It's all good then. You know what I'm saying? Like
that. Just the American dream, Trevor.
I told you, my Jamaican ass is the epitome of the American dream. I'm the American dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. I'm the American dream. I'm the American dream. I love America. Like I said, I love this country.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I know you got to get back to work, Trevor. Between you and Juju, because Juju came up with some ideas, what should I title the show so it's not too offensive to the people who take jabs at you, sir?
I don't even know, man. I don't even know.
Because Trevor's supposed to be Mr. Controversy, this and that, and you're like, Black Son, I don't know, So I'm asking you, because I feel like if I'm out controversy Mr. Controversy, then I need to ask Mr. Controversy, what do I need to title this show to make it more soft, make it less harsh?
Okay, so honestly, I don't care what you name the thing.
No, of course you do, bro. Of course you do.
No, but I'm saying just in my ears, me listening to it, and you said it wasn't, so I apologize for that. It just kind of came off. It just came off like you were addressing the Yanga situation, and that's why I was like, nah, if you're addressing the Yanga, I don't want to have nothing to do with it, because I rock.
No, I'm addressing I'm addressing the doctrine of coming away from America, that we're all working slaves, that we're on the plantation. I'm talking to whoever says that bullshit. Right, and see, y'all gonna make them flex again. Y'all gonna make.
No.
I'm being silly, but no. What I'm saying is, whatever y'all can help me title the show. All I'm saying is that there were people that will pick and pick and pick and pick because they're not doing it. Like I said, there's going to be two types of people that result from the arena: those who want to be encouraged to do better, and those that will pick and say, they're doing the white man stuff. And they don't even know that they're slaves. That kind of bullshit. Because I don't see slavery here on the arena. I see hard workers, hardworking men and women. And I'd be damned if anybody uses some type of sermon to say that we're doing the white man's bidding and we're slaves to the white man. I don't want to hear that shit. And that's why Godocracy and Trevor, you don't see me going on other panels. Because I know when I cut on the arena, I will see hardworking men and women who I can relate to. I can't relate to everybody. Say, we in America and we slaves. I can't relate to those people. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. What the hell am I saying sorry for? I'm unapologetic about that. So I will listen to my brothers and sisters to come up with a better title so it's not misleading.
And you know what, Black Son? When has showing off your hard work been vilified? When people say people buy a Lamborghini or something, they're going to show the Lamborghini off. Oh, KOT, finally you over here. Hey, jump on the panel right quick, KOT. I got to ask you a question. Since when has hard work been vilified if you show the fruits of your labor, but we glorify when drug dealers and shit show off all the stuff they buy with drug money that's killing the community? So who's worse, me or the drug dealer? Because we glorify the drug dealer. So when we're like, oh man, the drug dealer got this.
Everybody pressing the one in the chat if y'all like E-Bizzle's title. I like that right there.
Yeah, that's a good title.
That is a fire title. Juju, do you like that title? MD, do you like that title? Trevor just said he likes that title. Actually, do you like that title? I like that title right there.
You know I'm typing from your account because my phone charges. Okay. But yeah, I love it.
I'm wondering who's doing that.
I always do that. You can tell because I type different from Black Son. Or I use more emojis.
A victim mentality. I love it. Okay, I think it's unanimous. I don't even know what y'all talking about. Oh, MD. I was talking about let me bring MD up to par. So MD, I was talking about how I appreciate you, Trevor, Gynocracy, and I started off the show by defining what hardworking, the successful working class, and I included not only like myself, you, MD, and Trevor as hard workers, and of course, then Cat, but I was also including single mothers. I consider single mothers as hard as the working class. Gynocracy. I consider wives, even wives that are not working. Shout out to Nature Mom as working class. And so, indeed, when you have people taking shots at the working class, it's only going to put two results. And this is what me and Trevor were discussing. It's going to either encourage people, or you're going to have people take pot shots at that. Talking about, oh, you're working on the plantation. Oh, you're a slave, and you don't even know it. So without seeming like Black Sun is taking shots at any particular group or person or whatever, I'm going to rename the title as E-Bizzle. Shout out to E-Bizzle. So it doesn't come off as offensive. Because I don't want to, like I said, me seem like I'm going back and forth on anybody. No, I'm attacking a doctrine here. I'm attacking a doctrine. Trevor just had the graciousness to show us his backyard and all that, and showed his family portrait. And that right there, women can look at that and say, you know what? They can get rid of that narrative. Oh, black men ain't shit. That kills that right there, what Trevor just did. But that's the encouragement side. But there'll be a side you're like, oh, he's a damn slave. Oh, he's a damn coon. Oh, he's a sellout. We'll kill him if he come to black. We'll kill him. We'll kill him. I'm not going to even say even the place, okay? So it seems like I'm not taking shots. I don't want to do that because, like I said, I don't want to upset nobody on the arena. But the reality is, Trevor, you're going to encourage people and you're going to have some haters. That's just the reality. There's no changing that. I know you don't give a damn about the haters, but again, the people who are encouraging and the people who are looking for that prototype of a get men, because that prototype represents what I represent too. I follow that same prototype. And I'm saying that we are the working class. We are success of the working class.
Hey, Black Sun, real quick, 1 second, because KOT said he's busy. KOT, okay, just answer me this one question in the chat, and then I'll even know if I need to go further. If salvation is for Israel, what's going to happen to the other billions of people that's not Israelites? That's all I want to know. Just answer that question. All right, go ahead, Black Sun. I'll be watching.
Okay, so let me answer. Yeah, we'll go. Oh, peace. Okay, so we can wait for his response. I'm gonna put up. Okay, so Juju said we're not all business owners. Juju. It's not about being a business owner. It's having the mentality to want to work and do better and build. You don't have to be a business owner. Everybody don't have to be a business owner, but it will build character to appreciate money, and you can set a goal. Either way, what I'm saying is that working class, I'm encompassing all people who are willing to work, who don't just sit around and point fingers and say, you're a sellout. You are a sellout. You are a sellout. You're a coon. You're the white man's slave. I don't agree with that, is what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, it's going to hit y'all. It's going to hit y'all. It's going to hit Trevor. It's going to hit y'all. If y'all not get it, it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. And be like, there are two types of African Americans. Those that want to work and be successful, and those want to point fingers at the ones working and being successful because we're a black eye to them. That's it. It may not hit you now, but it's going to hit you. Damn, I wish KLT would come up on here, man. I wish he would. Shout out to KLT.
So, salvation to those that follow Israel, serving the God of Israel. So you think so okay. So let me answer it this way. Can non-Israelites be saved? I think that's a better question. And MD and MD
I smell a debate coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. That's why I
Yeah.
wish he could come on Champions
Oh,
Corner.
yeah.
But MD, what I was saying earlier too, I was just saying that like if we hold in the panel and I feel like it gets to where we taking shots at somebody else, I'm gonna just back off. I'm gonna just leave the panel. That was how this started. Because I was like, oh, okay. See, KOT says he thinks so. Okay, well, see, we ain't got no beef then. we ain't got no beef.
You sound like that show you did that night. You kept agreeing with everybody. You ain't gonna get no debates like that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but KOT, like that's what I'm saying. I can't, like, we agree on the same thing, so it'd be stupid for me to try to build a whole argument against something that I agree with. I mean, if
But
it
you
was
making me build an argument something I agree with. Like we agree on the CTE to a certain point, but you think
no, we don't agree on that.
Okay.
We don't agree on that.
No, well, we both agree that it's not 100%.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. But you think it's more than the percentage that I think, but it's fine.
But you don't want to put down a percentage on the title, though.
Yeah, we can't because there's no way to quantify that. So,
There is.
so look, okay,
There's no quantify at my end.
Well, hold on, because I'm not divulging. I'm not
No
divulging
problem,
anything.
No problem.
No, listen, I'm not divulging any of my debate with Rio. But the first line in my opening points out that it's a subjective debate. Like there's no way.
Good movie.
There's no way you could prove either way. So what? But
we're gonna feel like that's kind of throwing in the towel off the gate when you say that. Isn't that kind of throwing in the towel?
No, it's not throwing in the towel. But what it's doing is saying now you're gonna have to listen, and you're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna have judges, but that's another thing. I don't know.
Okay, it's your debate with Rio, man.
But me and your debate is subjective. I mean, it's just going to be a subjective debate. It's subjective.
Yeah, but you think you're going to win, though?
Now, I am. If we have judges, then the judges will take my point. That's what I'm saying. That's all it's about. It's nothing that I could go. It's not like we're doing a political debate or something where you could go pull up the Constitution and stuff like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not stuff like that. Why did it get so dark?
Okay, now I got the Juju. Hold on. I gotta ask for specifics, Juju. Because you are a working woman. You told me if blacks come together like a Needy and Trevor, the more of us that work and do save a lot don't have to depend on a system that wants to destroy us. Oh, okay. I didn't even read that. So you mean the system of like dependency as far as like food stamps and welfare, or what? Elaborate more, sister.
Check it out for me. Look at it.
I'm a little lost.
Oh, you just did? What is it? Brown in them.
Chat. Okay. Man, peace to you, Melvin. Peace to Melvin, man. Peace to Melvin. But yeah, I wanted to if Juju, if you can answer that, or Juju, I'd rather you just come on the panel because I don't know where you're going with that. What up, MD? What up, MD?
Put some of the runoff in the
What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing. I was just trying to explain this whole when people work hard, you're going to encourage people, and people are going to take shots at you and say that you work for the white man, like you said, mobile prison. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like we gotta understand, like hard work don't always equate to the shit that you want, which is fine, and I get that part. But like I say, your reality don't dictate the reality of others. That's called freedom in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's what we gotta take into account. You know what I mean? Like I work hard, but I ain't got all the shit that I want. You know what I mean? I get it. So should I be mad? Should I call it Wazungu and just not do shit at all? You know what I'm saying?
Right. And even in your hard work, indeed, but you still achieve goals in that road to. I know you have different levels, but you have achieved, let's just say, a majority of those goals. Have you not?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, and I shouldn't call you a slave because of that, right?
the the whole slave, I don't get that. Like I said, I you know,
Don't need
that's the whole angel snutting up term. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what would I be in any other type of system? You know what I'm saying? What would my liberation look like in that?
right.
Hell, I still got to goddamn work at the end of the day. What do I not?
Absolutely.
Hey,
So
MD,
how does my work? How does my work equate to slave labor or not slave labor in any other system?
MD, what time is your show tonight?
Bro, I don't even know, man. Yesterday jacked me up, man, and I was supposed to like be working on it yesterday, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to cram. So I honestly don't even know, bro.
Yeah, because
Okay,
it involves slides, Trevor.
Okay, because
Yes,
I was going. I wanted to schedule a quick live later, but I ain't wanted to be too close to yours, or you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't want to. So I didn't know what time, because I don't know what time I'll be able to do it. I was thinking, shit, I don't even know. I'd be lying if I try to make something up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got like I got the info compiled, but I gotta go. I gotta sift through it and put the right shit in. So that's what I'm literally, bro. I just not got home not too long ago. So yeah, I gotta fucking like do this shit now. You know what I mean? I ain't had no time to do it yesterday.
That's how my stuff is with my debate. I got all the info. Now it's just for me to input it where I want to input it. So that's why I told Black Son earlier I ain't really gonna be around too much this week because I got I'm working 10, 12 hours a day in addition to trying to do other stuff. So I want to make sure that I got it down. I just, now that they confirmed the date and time, now I know it's time to start putting it together. I already got the layouts and everything. It's just to put where I want to put it. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just play it by ear then and see how it go. Because I guess.
Did you time it, Trevor? You have about time? Yeah. Did you time it?
Now, once I get it together, then I'm gonna time it because I got much. I got so much, so I'm gonna see what I really
prioritize. Yeah, if you start timing, you're gonna realize that you're gonna have to if you did that much as I think you did, and you time it, just start prioritizing and see.
Because here I am thinking 10 minutes was going to be way too much time, but I'm like, damn, man.
No.
Like everything I keep coming up with is like
that 10 minutes when you do the debate is going to seem like 7 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my timer right next to me though, so I can look and see.
Okay.
And if I got to speed it up or slow it down. But it should be interesting, man, because it like I say, it's my first official. It will be the first one I've ever done, and it's against that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't like I'm going against just any old body. I'm going against the number one debater in the league. I mean, it's crazy. It is what it is. So I know Black Son looking like what the hell, but I'm going statistically. I'm going against the number one debater in the league. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I just it is what it is. The time is here now, so it's just gonna do what it do. But yeah, I'll play it by ear because like I say, I got backyard stuff to do. I'm in the middle of cooking breakfast, so you know what I'm saying. And I bought. Hey, I don't know about y'all, Black Son. I know you don't eat it, but MD, you eat oxtail?
Nah, that ain't my thing, man. That ain't my thing.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. Yeah. Because I heard y'all talking shit about Jamaican curry the other night too. Man, whatever. But I bought some.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I just said I don't like goat like that. Yeah, I was saying I don't like goat like that. I prefer chicken. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I eat chicken, man. I eat chicken every day of the week. But yeah, I bought some oxtail, so I got to get that cleaned up and ready to cook for a while. So yeah, again, another black man. I just enjoy cooking. I mean, sorry, I enjoy doing it.
I do too. I have to cook. I'm a vegan, so I have to cook. Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'll be Liz. I guess KOT left, yeah, because he said he was busy. Hopefully he come on Monday.
Yeah, but, I hope he comes Monday too, man. I hope he comes back.
I'm gonna be listening, obviously, but yeah, like I was saying, MD, you had. I was just like, if we ever having a conversation and I feel like it's going to where we throwing shots at somebody else, like I'm gonna just dip because like really I'm here for the build and not the drama. So that was my whole position on that.
Well, so who threw shots? Like
No. I listened. I was listening to the show, and to me, it was sounding like Black Sun was reiterating something that happened on the show the other day, where shit just went all left. Because I went back and listened to that show yesterday, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around how it got so out of hand.
And that's why I'm going to retitle it so people don't get that misconception. I was just speaking in general again. I wasn't calling anybody out your names. Yeah. And I know you just came in too, MD. No, I was, like I said, when I titled it Poor Righteous Teachers, everybody's like, they were kind of aghast by it. So I'm going to change it to that title where he just said the dangers of victim mentality. And I think.
So Poor Righteous Teachers is taking a shot? Some people will look at that as a term of endearment.
You got to ask them. So you got to, Trevor?
Wait, you gotta go back and listen to. I mean, you came in on the end. Like it was certain things that were said, not the Poor Righteous Teacher comments. It was certain things being said, like after the arena and stuff like that. Who do we know that said that recent? That's all I'm saying. Like,
I was speaking in general.
Yeah. Well, again, that's why I came up and said something. Like I'm that guy. I ain't gonna, instead of me sitting there building up some strife, I'm gonna just come up here and address it and just say in general if that's how I took it. But you said that's not what you were saying, so I apologize for that.
Well, just like I told now I can say this person's name because I guess we cool again. Sister Noble. I said, Sister Noble, can you show me where I specifically called out your name? And I said we can make a wager. She, who no Black Sun? I ain't got no money like that. Shout out to Sister Noble. I'm just saying, just use as an example. So
Noble was on here earlier.
No. I'm talking about the last video we did. Remember when she said that I said something about suing her? And I said no. I never said Sister Noble.
Yeah.
My lawyers will look at me crazy if I say I want to take Sister Noble to court. They would look at me crazy. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
My lawyer will look at me crazy. So no, trust me. I did not say y'all can put money in the bank that Black Sun did not tell Sister Noble that, because my lawyer will look at me sideways like, are you serious?
MD, I play a lot of stuff back in my head, and I was just thinking about like the times in the earlier when we all really start coming on here, man, you would have the conversation, like even with the Deion Sanders thing, and we would go back and forth, but it never got to a point where it was like, it was never anything personal. Like we said what we had to say and we just was done with it. Like the conversation that me and you had, and I'm gonna keep leaning on this about where I'm gonna title it on my podcast, Black America versus Immigrant America. That's what I'm gonna title it. But like the conversation that me and you had was so righteous, man. I had one of my homeboys call me. He was like, damn, bro, that conversation y'all had was off the chain. I said, yeah, because that's how me and that guy, we always go at it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm here for. So when it comes to, I don't like when people come on and call women bitches and, I don't like that, man. It's just because they wouldn't call their moms that. You know what I'm saying? And they would never say that to me in my face. Like that's the part that always get me. And I refuse to argue with people that's hiding behind avatars, because first of all, they could sneak me if I didn't know. I need to be able to see what they say. So right. I need to be able to know what they look like. So right. that's my whole thing. So that's why I say if we ever get into, I know we get into heated debate versus just going after each other personal, it's two different things. And lately on the arena, it's been too much personal stuff. So I want to get back to the heated arguing, like the heated debates on the information. So I'm just saying, like, if I feel like we heading down the personal lane, I'm gonna just be like, all right, I'll check y'all next stream. I'll still be listening, but I don't want to be nowhere.
Well, that's why I'm gonna change the title. That's why I'm changing that title, because when I said poor righteous sermons, people I guess kind of got triggered by it. But to me, that was a doctrine. That is a doctrine, not a person, not a group. That is a doctrine. Poor righteous sermons, meaning people they feel so righteous in their brokenness, in their broke assness. That's what I was saying. But you didn't get that, so I would change it to just dangers of a victim mentality.
When I saw the title, I thought you was gonna have a preacher on here. Personally, I was like, that's why I hit the notification button so I could jump on. I thought we was gonna get a little Sunday sermon going on.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, let me.
Yes, an atheist is all sermons to me. All the whole spiritual and all the spiritual babble. That's all sermons to me. All of it's sermons to me, sir. So, as an atheist, I'm saying it all sounds like that to me.
So yeah, and me and you got to touch back on the atheist thing again, because like your whole thing is you just don't believe in a God, but you do have belief.
No, I don't.
So you don't believe in it. You just wake up every morning and just, if it happens, it happens. You don't believe that you'll make it to 70 or 80, or you don't have no type of belief. That's interesting. That's real interesting. Yeah, I never met anybody that. I never met anybody that was like that staunch in it. Like they just had zero belief at all. I know mostly when I hear about atheists, it's like they don't believe. It's not that they don't believe in a God. It's just that you can't prove it either way. So it's like they're not going to get caught up in that whole thing.
So basically, what you're saying is that you think all atheists are monolithic. Is that what you're saying? No,
I'm telling you the atheists that I've dealt with.
You're different, right?
Yeah, you're a different. Again, see, I said something and you only heard what you.
No, I'm listening. I'm addressing and I'm listening. I'm addressing it at the same time.
A lot of atheists are agnostic. They don't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're different. Like you, and like I've never heard somebody outright say they just don't believe in anything. I mean, like you don't believe in the ancestors or anything, huh?
I deal with knowing. I don't deal with belief. There's a difference. I know based on past evidence that when I go down to my car and turn the key, I know based on past evidence it's going to turn over. Now, chance it might not.
But battery might
die.
Do you believe?
I know. I don't believe. I know once I open my hand, what's going to happen? I know that pin is going to fall. Knowing.
MD, we can hear your conversation. I don't know if you on the phone or.
It's good.
Oh, my bad.
But listen. I'm not the guy that's going to preach to you. I just wanted to get a better understanding about it. Yeah, I'm not. I ain't gonna preach to you and try to convert you either way. I mean, because everybody's still on that journey.
You get a lot of gray hairs if you try to convert me, sir.
I'm starting to get
this will transfer over to you if you try to do that, sir.
So I finally watched Wakanda Forever last night. So I got a lot to say about that movie.
Yeah, we do movie reviews here. Yeah, I mean,
I still ain't watched that yet, man. I know it's on Disney, but I still ain't watched it yet. I
just watched it last night. I watched it last night. It's MD. I watched it last night. That's all I'm gonna say.
You gonna do a show on it?
It's so much in that movie that, like, man.
Is there an agenda?
I say it is.
Okay.
I absolutely say it is.
All right.
Yeah,
I think ever since they invented CGI, they've had agendas, but that's just me.
I think it's absolutely an agenda, but the way it ended, it kind of redeemed it. But through the movie, it's like, man, wow, we pushing the narrative, like we pushing the narrative here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's all good. I got The Woman King is the next one that I had to watch. So once I watch that one, then I'll be able to parallel the two. But yeah, man. But like I say, man, I'm Team Arena all day, man. Y'all check it out Saturday. Rio and Kosi versus Mr. Straight Talk. Who was more influential on hip hop culture, Jay-Z or Master P?
So are you doing a show tonight?
I don't. It's up to MD. It's up. Like literally, what I want to talk about is like 30 minutes. I mean, I say that, and then I end up being on this bitch for 4 hours. I said that I was only going to be on here for 10 minutes, but I got
Does
like 30.
Does it have to be a specific time? Because why we can't do both?
No, that's what I'm saying. I got a 30-minute rant that I want to get off. But what I'm saying is, so say MD had a show scheduled for 6. I don't want to do my show at 5:30 and bleed in the head. I like to let the shows breathe. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. Yeah. I like to let the shows breathe on their own. I don't want to try to, because somebody may get exhausted. You know, so you give time to breathe. MD do his show. Like my show, I legit could do 10 o'clock tonight. I'm telling you, it's like a 30-minute rant that I want to go on. I'm not even dropping no link. It's just a 30-minute rant of something that's happened within the past few days that I need to sound off on. And it got nothing to do with YouTube. This has nothing to do with, this is some pop culture shit that I want to go off on.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying. But I feel like the arena is the best place to do it because I could come on here and just say exactly what I feel. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. So MD do his show, you know, I'm gonna be there listening. I just don't want to go right before it or right after. You know, I want to give it time to breathe.
Yeah, it don't matter, bro. It don't. Like I said, like this gonna be straight. Like I say the big bulk of what I'm gonna do is gonna be straight scholarship. So it's all good, man.
So MD, it's just a matter of you getting home so you can get to your slides, right?
I'm home now. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I still got other shit I got to do. But at the same time, you know, I wanna start working on this shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're not done with it. Oh.
So MD, I thought you were home every night.
No, buddy. Yeah, no, okay. I'm only home on the weekend.
So you technically, so you be considered over the road then, huh?
I mean, I'll be considered regional.
Okay, yeah. But you don't
over the road mean national.
Okay, so you don't go. You just handle the South then.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, yeah. I was wondering because when we did the show Friday, you was like you pulling over. I'm like, why you just don't go home? Okay, so you don't.
Yeah. During the week, man, I'm out.
Oh, okay.
I'm out. Yeah.
Oh, I see why YouTube keep you going because you need something to listen to, man.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah. Exactly. I bet. Yeah, I already said that.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought you were always home every night. I think because I just figured Black Sun was home, and I knew. Didn't you say you used to be an owner operator?
I didn't hear you. What you say, Trevor?
When you were an owner operator, you were doing national or still regional?
Yeah, national.
Okay, you were doing national. That's what my dad was doing. He was running national loads, and he was only home like maybe 2 weeks out of every other month. So it was like, yeah, he was never home.
Yeah, I remember those days, man. I remember those days.
Yeah, he was like, to hell with that. He didn't care about the money he was making. He came back and worked for a company, and he good. He happy. You know, he's so happy now. He don't even want to retire. He's just like, man, they paying me all this money. I might as well just keep doing it. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I work for a woman. I work for a white woman on top of that. I've been working for a white woman for 20 years. Like, I mean, what's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's all I wanted to. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know what the problem is because you're making people who don't have that mindset look bad. You're a black eye to their existence, and that's what this whole show is about. Whether you want to accept it or not, you and MD are black eyes to people who don't want to achieve that goal. But go ahead, MD. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say real quick how much. Here's the thing. Here's what we got to disseminate, right? What you think slavery is and what I would perceive to be sacrifice. When I was an owner, it was jacked up. I wasn't seeing my kid, but I was making the most money I ever made in my life. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, they were straight. They didn't give a damn. They were like, yeah, we straight, you know. We know money coming through. You know what I mean?
Younger?
Say what?
Were they younger kids?
I mean, at the onset, yeah.
Okay. I just wondering because when my dad went on the road, I was 13 and my brother was like 11. So it was like, I was just wondering like how old they were.
Yeah. My twins was probably around 9, 10. And my oldest was like 12, 13. So yeah, I mean, at first it was kind of, jacked up, But when they saw the cheese, they were like, okay, we good. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So, so it is the fact that I sacrificed one aspect of my life to make another aspect better. Is that Wazungu? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what Wazungu mean, but I call that being a man. But but I will ask you this one. I will ask you this one question though, MD. Do you feel like it's a missed opportunity that you'll never get back with them?
No doubt. No doubt.
Okay.
I think it's a lot that I missed out on. A lot. But the stuff that I missed out on, they were able to do based off of what I was doing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You being a man. I mean, listen, I ain't got no qualms about nobody being no man because my dad had to do the same thing. He wasn't making the money here, so he decided to hit the road, and he ended up being able to build us a tremendous life off of that. I mean, it is.
I got three football players in the house. You know how much that shit cost?
Hey, I got a 7-year-old daughter in the house, so I could imagine these fucking growing kids, man. Man, these little jokers eat like us. Yeah, but that's what's up though, man.
Yeah, so I mean that's what we got to turn around and look at. Damn, is it considered freedom because I may have to sacrifice an aspect of my life,
right,
in order to improve another aspect? You know what I'm saying?
And I wanted to ask.
That's what I think. That's what I think the issue is. Freedom versus free shit.
That's right. Thank you, MD. Trevor, I wanted to ask you a question. I wanted to actually do a reverse of straight talk, because I know you do all this family planning and this and that. Have you visualized what move out day looks like for your daughter?
What?
Move out day.
No. So I, like I said, my daughter's 7, but I know
right.
by the time I blink, she'll be 20.
Right.
My daughter doesn't have to leave home until it's time for her to be married.
No. Have you visualized if she just said, I'm ready to move out? Have you visualized it, or you just not really? Have you not thought about that?
I haven't thought about that.
Of course not.
I'm trying not to. Yeah, that's my baby.
I got 3 move out on me.
That's my baby, man.
I get it. Right.
You got girls or
I got
boys?
2 girls. I got 2 girls, 2 boys.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that, man. I don't want to think about that.
I know you don't. Right. I get it.
That's my baby, man. She don't have
Straight
to.
talk. Y'all heard it here. Straight talk ain't ready for that type of talk.
She don't have to go anywhere. But you know how I feel already.
No, it's not about her have to go anywhere. What if she wants to go? Just
no. What I can't stop her. But what I'm saying
is, so are you prepared for that?
No, but if she, I'm not prepared for that. But what I'm saying is,
so you're prepared to get buried and die and do all this, but you're not prepared for the move out. How you pass death and all that and being buried and get my, arrange my funeral, but not getting past that? I'm ready to get those. How do you do that? How did that happen, MD? How's that happen? How you guys past that?
Because I'm a girl dad and I'm not.
Because most likely you're gonna face that before you face any funeral. I'm more than likely. Your odds
I think we're having 2 different conversations here.
Really?
So if that happens, then I'm gonna have to deal with it. Currently, right now, no, I'm not prepared for it. But what I'm saying is, it's not gonna come to where I tell her she has to go.
No, yeah, we are having 2 different conversations. No, I'm saying if she wants to say, "Dad, I'm ready to go,"
what can I do?
Right, you're not prepared for it. Oh, okay. That's all I was saying there, Trevor. We were having 2 different conversations.
Yeah, but what can I do though? Like, there's nothing I could do in that regard.
Anticipate it.
I just got, but what? I mean,
What you got to do, just accept it. Just know if it happens, think about the future and say, am I willing to accept it if it goes there? Because you keep saying, no, you can stay here, daughter. No, she might be like, no, Dad, I'm ready to go. Are you prepared for that? Because my daughter, she's like, Dad, I'm gone. I'm ready to go. And hey, my kids, they because once they got to the point of the worker mentality, like, oh, I can make money on my own, and I'm out. I can get my own place. I'm out.
But she could still do well. Again, like I'm saying, I'm not. If it happens, it happens. But all I'm saying is,
Trevor, you
but
gotta sweat.
what I'm saying, I'm not the guy. And
you gotta sweat, Trevor. You sweat right now.
But we've had this conversation. I'm not the guy that's gonna put my kids out when they turn 18.
I didn't say. Why you keep saying put your kids out?
No. Even on a smaller scale. What about college? You know what I mean? Well, what if she, like get a dorm or something like that?
Yeah. Again, if she goes to college, then that's when I had to deal with that. But we're not pushing college on her if that's not what she want to do. We're preparing for it, but we're not. If it comes time and she's like, I really don't want to do this. I want to do something else. Or if she says, I do want to go to college, then yeah, of course she ain't going to be in the house because she'll be in the dorm. But at the same time, she's 7 right now. I still got. I mean, I know the years fly, but
so you can prepare for your funeral, but not prepare for your daughter saying, "I'm out."
Yeah, man.
Because 7 turns to 18 real fast, bro. You blink and it's gonna happen. Blink 3 times. Blink your heels 3 times, and she's 18, bro. I'm saying.
I think the line you're trying to draw though is not. I think the line you're trying to draw is not. We're just not meeting here because I'm not saying that it won't happen.
Okay,
that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, are you prepared for it to happen? Like, have you gave it a thought? Like, it's not about you kicking your daughter out. Like, no, it's about your daughter saying, that I'm ready to bounce. Like, I'm ready to leave home. Like, I'm ready. Because, women leave home faster than the men do. You do know this, right?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know you're sweating right now. I get it.
But that's a problem.
That's just. But okay, so you agree that women mature faster than men mentally?
They absolutely do.
And they want the independence. Okay, so yeah, so us being men, you keep saying, you're thinking of no, I want to kick out my child, this and that. But women some women be ready to go. You get what I'm saying, MD, right?
I mean, yeah, like I said, I can't relate because I didn't grow up around no females like that, so I can't relate. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I get it. I do know that that women typically want to leave, not based on anything like soul, like us. With us, it's usually like we try to like, and I'm only speaking like black community wise. Like we try to go out and experience shit. You know what I mean? Whereas women, a lot of women, typically black women, like they try to go out and like expand their mind, you know what I mean? They try to go out and kick off like whatever they deem their career is going to be. So they try to go out and get it from an educational standpoint. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, that's what I tend to see. A lot of dudes, they trying to go out and for the most part, come with us like do nigga shit before like shit get real. You know what I mean? Right. And that's what I did. I was like, I got this window to be a nigga. Let me go be a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I did. I mean, but a lot of times we face consequences with being a nigga. Even if you putting on a facade, of being a nigga, you still got to face the consequences. You know what I
mean? Right.
So that's what we typically do.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with that, brother. I'm not gonna argue with that. I want to comment real quick on something E-Business said. He said, Black Son, I have a few buddies that went to the Navy and branches of service and have great careers now. Your thoughts, the panel's thoughts. Oh man, good question.
Yeah, good. Yeah, even with going to military service, a lot of times dudes go into military service to do nigga shit. Especially through peacetime. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I was in the Navy. I was in the Navy before I got discharged, and I was going to Spain for 3 years, and I often tell everybody, had I went over to Spain, had I actually made it to Spain, because I got hurt before, when it just happened, I probably would have had a bunch of little niños running around. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going over there to be reckless. When they told me that I was going to be stationed in Spain for 3 years, I'm like, oh God, Spanish women, and I was going to be reckless. So yeah, I get it. I left my dad's house when I was like 19.
I think Ibiza was talking about the career aspect, meaning that a lot of them have businesses. A lot of them, they don't, basically, it relates to the title, they don't have like victim mentalities. Like,
but here's the thing, though, Black Son. When you go to the military, and sometimes I look back, and that was an option that I was putting on the table.
Right.
In retrospect, I wish I would have did it, because when you in the military, you can do nigga shit, but you tethered into something that's going hold with you for basically the rest of your life. Skills, education, vocational type study. You tethered to something. Whereas if you just being a kid in the free world, you ain't tethered to nothing.
Right.
So it's really kind of good. You know what I mean? The only reason I didn't go, my mama didn't want me to go, because it was wartime.
Right, understandable.
We're talking about 2003 at the time. She didn't want me to go, and that's the only reason I didn't go.
MD, it's funny that you say that. My dad didn't want me to go. He wanted me to stay here and go to school. He had to sign the papers for me to go, because I entered when I was 17 in the delayed entry program. But he was hurt. Like he really did not want me to go to the military. Because he was like, man, he just didn't see it as something that I needed. He wanted me to stay here. I think he was more so worried about if a war broke out, he didn't want to lose his son. But
I was going to ask you that. It wasn't nothing going on when you graduated from high school, was it?
No. But it's funny because 9/11 happened a couple of years later. So had I been in there, I would have been over in Afghanistan.
With that being said,
had I not got discharged.
With that being said, though, I do got people that I went to school with that are like jacked up right now. You know what I mean? Like mentally. So
Right.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Like, I didn't understand at the time. But yeah, when I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I could like see about going to and I didn't know nothing about the different branches or whatever. I was just like, they could usually go to the Army. So, like,
so here's a question. Do y'all think, why do you see so many military vets like so messed up, like, homeless and stuff like that? Like, why don't you think the military takes better care of their people?
Well, to answer that question, Ibiza said, my buddy's retired from the Navy at 38, did his 20 years and gets paid for the rest of his life, plus works in the medical field. So that answers your question. They are taken care of.
So, Black Son, you don't see military vets begging for money? I don't know how it is in Atlanta. I'm from out Florida. Florida is
I see it, bro.
It goes back to CTE. It goes back to CTE. It goes back to CTE.
Hey, and I will say this too. It is a lot of homeless veterans out here, but usually, whoever seen like the homeless veteran guy that's like missing a limb or, and he still, hell, I've even seen some homeless people stealing they like what do you call like the spots and all that shit. They got VA benefits. You know what I mean? So obviously they go into the doctor still.
Yeah.
So how much is this? Societal harm, or how much is it personal harm? You know what I mean? A lot of those Vietnam veterans was coming back high as hell.
Yeah.
Agent
and strung out. So a lot of Vietnam veterans came back and became J's, basically junkies.
Right.
That didn't stop their VA benefit. Unless they just stop like registering for them.
Okay, so you're saying, so I get what you're saying. So you're saying Whereas I'm asking the question like, why aren't they being helped? You're saying they are being helped. They're in their position in spite of the help that they are getting. So the government is taking care of them financially, but they're doing whatever to screw that off, basically.
I mean, yeah, you have to take to account a lot of the personal choices that they make. Like real talk.
So Ebizzle said people have a view of homeless veterans from the movie Forrest Gump. No cap.
I would say more so like the movie Dead Presidents.
But we're still talking about a movie here.
Yeah.
But
Dead Presidents is a good aspect of it.
Yeah, Dead Presidents is a good.
Yeah. No
That's
doubt.
a really good view. Yeah, and again, because it's looking at like the black veterans.
well,
I'm
I'm
not
assuming
I'm not
East
saying
Bill's buddy who retired at 38 gets paid. I'm assuming he's black too. And I'm sure
No.
Ebizzle is going to confirm that.
But Black Son, I got a friend that just retired, and I got another one that's retiring like next month, and they're like my age, 42, 43.
Okay.
They did their 20 years, and now
Right.
they going on doing other stuff. So that's what I'm saying. The military is good. I don't see nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, like, why do some people come back in the condition that they at? Overall is good, but we can't discount the people that it's not good for. You can't just look at all the good and be like, oh yeah, it's perfect. But then you see
No, I didn't say that.
but you see people that's struggling and stuff like that. So all I'm doing is asking the question, what's up with them? That's all I'm asking.
Again,
Yes.
like I said, remember, like I said, I was if I would have went to the military, I was fully expecting to be doing nigga stuff in the military. But how do I toe the line between being a nigga and making sure that I'm provided with the necessary resources and material to be successful when I go back civilian?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, like I said, with me, I would have been full on 2003. I know where I was going if I would have joined the military. They was gonna ship my ass straight over to Afghanistan. I was straight. So you gotta deal with that. Like I said, I got friends that I graduated high school with that straight up they got PTSD. I know it because they ain't the same person they was when we graduated.
Facts.
And a lot of niggas was going straight. They didn't know no better. They were going straight infantry.
Damn.
So they saw all the shit that was going on. You know what I mean? And now they back and they jacked up. Do they have careers? Yeah, a lot of them got careers, but their mindset is jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So I seen it firsthand.
Yeah, because they can't shake those images. I get it, man. I get it. I know. But okay, so then I'm gonna ask you it. So I guess that would play would you say MD during wartime and during non-wartime plays a big difference?
Play a difference.
Okay.
Most definitely.
So that's something that we have to factor in, Trevor. We have to definitely factor that part in also. Was it during wartime? Was it during non-war peace? So I guess that's something to consider when you go into. I'm sure people are considering that anyway. But yeah,
it's a huge difference between the quote unquote war in Afghanistan and let's say Desert Storm.
Yeah.
Like Desert Storm, you may have got shipped over, but you weren't saying like that was a route. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There wasn't no massive casualties in Desert Storm. Matter of fact, I don't know if you know who Tyrone Thompson is, Black Sean, that does Talk Real Solutions. He was in the military during Desert Storm, and he came back, and he was able to stay in the military. He did his 20 years as a recruiter.
Oh,
and now he's retired. He retired at like 40. You know what I mean? So he just been sitting around living, not doing shit.
Right.
And got a big ass pension. You know what I mean?
Right.
He didn't have to see that like battlefield like Afghanistan did. So that play a major role.
Yeah.
And I would also say this: women in the military really got it good because, for the most part, up until recently, they're not seeing the battlefield.
I
They
didn't know
they
that.
they going in with your communications and all that
Right.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Wait a minute, they still don't see combat?
I like I said, I think it done changed up until recently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause I think they see
But a
combat.
lot of women was going in. Like a lot of sisters after high school was doing what? Going in the Army communication,
Yeah.
The Air Force.
going in the Air Force. You know what I'm saying? Navy. They was doing shit like that. So you know, and they was straight. Whereas a lot of men, they they wasn't doing that, or what you call like a lot of women was going into like armament maintenance and shit like that.
MD, look at this. Like a lot of women were saying we're going into the military, and I know because I went to school with a bunch of them. But you had the men sitting here. What were they saying? I'm not going to no white man's army. So now the women go in and they come out with careers, while
With
some of the
careers,
men,
right?
some men that had the opportunity to go, but they were stuck in this stupidness mentality. They don't got nothing. While their women just, again. I mean, I hate to say it, man. It's a never-ending cycle. It's never ending. Like for whatever reason, men sometimes can't get out of their own way.
Oh, good point. Good point there.
Like women, MD is so right. Like I said, I graduated high school in '98, and I remember a lot. I remember the day I was going to basic training. I saw two of my classmates there. And in the same place that I was going, and it's like I'm like, damn. And these were like the hot girls in school. These were the girls that you would look at and be like, damn, they gonna end up being like entertainers and stuff. It's like, no, man, we're going to the Air Force so we could. I was going to the Navy. They're like, we're going to the Air Force so we could get something. You know what I'm saying? So it's all the mentality, man. Like everybody was like, oh, the white man's army, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
Hey, you absolutely right, Trevor. Like I said, man, we when are we going to push out the mindset of everything being funneled through this system of white supremacy, and we seeing the strides that other not just other minorities, but
Right.
of the other gender is going toward. Whether you believe it's systematic or not, at some point in time, like you got to fight it. That's why, for a little aspect of me understands what the manosphere is. I understand the purpose of it. What I don't rock with is the outright agenda pushed hypocrisy of it all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't like. I get it, but I don't like it because it's being exploited for the purpose of clicks and cash outs. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing with it.
I'm glad you on here, MD, because you said something. I didn't even realize y'all did a show yet. I think it was yesterday morning. That's when I watched it. You GTO and Black Sun, and you mentioned that you were like the manosphere. You said that this whole manosphere versus womansphere thing is manufactured for clicks. It's manufactured for money.
Yeah.
And when I heard you say that, I'm like, man, MD gets it. I said, so when you hear me come around and say something, it's not that I'm trying to be controversial. I'm just saying I'm saying exactly how I feel. It's never that I'm trying to mimic no manosphere, because not for nothing, I still don't know what the manosphere is. I don't know what the woman's sphere is. I don't know what red pill, blue pill is, because I'm not into any of that stuff. When I hear Gynocracy mention those terms sometimes, a lot of times I just laugh because I'm like, shit, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I don't know what none of that stuff is. So if I may say something, it's not that I'm echoing their I may be echoing their talking points, but I'm not echoing their talking points because it's something I heard them say. I'm echoing their talking points because that's just how a lot of men think in general. But I don't know anything about the manosphere to say I agree or disagree. Because when I hear manosphere, The first time I ever heard Manosphere was when I heard Taz in the league. And he was on the argument league. He used to always talk about you Manosphere niggas, you Manosphere niggas. And I'm like, damn, what the hell is the Manosphere? I don't know what it is, but it just never interests me enough to go look. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I say, I don't consume myself with this. It never bothered me to go look. And now I'm hearing the term being brought up more and more now, and I'm like, what is this? I mean, I guess I could Google it, but like, what Manosphere, Womansphere, what is that?
Again, so you know, Taz is a Johnny come lately when it comes to this shit. Like this shit been going on for a long time. The Manosphere is an amalgamation of a lot of different shit. It's an amalgamation of what you would call a part of the incel community, because at the time, you know, incels, like I said, when we say incel, we usually think of like white dudes in their basement complaining about not having no girlfriend and want to kill everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good thing you said that, because I was going to ask you what's an incel.
Yeah. So what was that guy's name that killed them folks out there in California?
Oh, I know you're talking about.
He was part of like an incel community that was online. Elliot Rodger.
That's right.
If you look up the dude named Elliot Rodger, and this dude, he was a young dude too. I think he was like 19, 20, 21, something like that.
If that, yeah.
He was on this like forum, like 4chan type shit, where there's like, they call it the incel community. Incel community, they complain about women's standards being too high, and you know, women want this, women want that. We hate all women. Let's kill all the women. You know what I'm saying? So he was part of that shit. So, but there never was a black perspective when it came to incels, right? So you know, you had a thing called the black incel community, which was typically the same thing as white incel, but kind of toned down. You know what I'm saying? The black incels was trying to basically single out certain situations why black women are the way that they were. They weren't talking about killing no black women or we hate all women. They wasn't saying no shit like that. So it was kind of a toned down version. See, me, I remember it was a guy, and I'll give you the name. The dude name was David Carroll. He died like a couple of years ago. David Carroll, a lot of people consider him the father of the Black Manosphere. But I remember when he wasn't on that type of shit, he was just straight politics. And I used to rock with him. You know what I'm saying? When David Carroll came on the scene, he noticed a lot of women's fear type things going on. So he started to do the pushback on your people like Cynthia G and all these other people. Because at the time, Cynthia G was talking about white supremacy. She wasn't on the shit that she on right now. She was like, yeah, the white man this, the white man that, just like everybody else was.
Right.
He started to see certain tendencies with Cynthia G, and then the whole thing started from that. Like another dude, Obsidian, who I was listening to. Obsidian was essentially a parrot of David Carroll. Then all of a sudden you start forming these little wars with Cynthia G and Obsidian and David Carroll and O'Shea Duke Jackson and all these people. Like I said, I never took anything from it. I never know it was gonna grow to what it is now. Where you just got folks talking about killing black babies and, you know, sipping paint and then even going outside of black and white, dealing with folks like Andrew Tate and just thing. Like shit has exploded into something that I never imagined that it was gonna be. You know what I mean? You can thank Kevin Samuel for that. Like Kevin Samuel put the shit on the map. Just straight up. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he was an OG.
No, Kevin Samuel was an opportunist.
Well,
Remember, when Gyno them told you, when Kevin Samuel came on the scene, he was talking about, he was reviewing like cologne and showing motherfuckers how to tie a necktie and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He was doing man shit.
Right.
But he wasn't doing what he doing now.
So MD, I don't know how early you came on to hear what we were talking about, but I said that my introduction to Kevin Samuels was after he died. So I didn't know about the whole being caught in the bed with a man and all that. I didn't know about none of that stuff. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, before I came on this side, I guess what we would call the conscious sector, which I still don't even know. I mean, somebody got to explain all that to me too. Why are we called the conscious sector? But I spent my days on YouTube listening to G.E. Patterson sermons and T.D. Jakes sermons and Geno Jennings sermons. I wasn't dealing. All this stuff is new to me. That's why when I hear these names and stuff, I do sound naive. But it's like I don't know nothing about this side. So when I saw Kevin Samuels, it was after he died. My brother-in-law told me, "Hey man, you got to check this guy out." I'm like, "Oh, the guy that just died, huh?" He's like, "Yeah." And when I started listening, I'm like, "Damn, some of the stuff he says is, it does make sense." But it wasn't me glorifying him like, "Oh, he's God and this and that." I'm just saying, like, hey, sometimes some people say stuff that makes sense. It's just like with the whole Ron DeSantis thing. Some stuff he says is good, some stuff he says isn't. So do I not listen to the good stuff just because of who he is? No. That was my whole point about it. I ain't glorifying nobody. I don't follow men. I don't, and that's
Right.
that's part of the reason why I'm not in church anymore. I don't follow men. I don't follow anybody. I'm my own leader.
I hope.
The video that went viral for Kevin Samuels, that's what sparked the whole manosphere, womansphere, that average at best video. The average at best video sparked the whole revolution when it came to the manosphere. They wasn't getting no shine like that until after that video.
That's
So that's why they made Kevin Samuels their champion. You know what I'm saying?
Oh damn. Okay.
That's not ready.
Oh shit. I'm getting all history, man. Between
Yeah,
you and
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
You teaching me. Because I don't know none of this. I really don't know none of this stuff. Like I said, I came from listening to Christian preaching all day, 10 hours a day on YouTube.
No kidding.
So when I found out about solar, I'm like, damn, let me check out all this stuff that they talking about, solar, Sinetta, all them. I'm like, damn, this is a whole different side over here. And then you hear people like Taz and stuff, which it didn't take long before I was just like, he's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So I used to always hear him. One thing I do remember him always saying though, is I'm going after the manosphere. I'm going after the manosphere. I'm like, what the hell is this manosphere thing? But again, it didn't interest me enough to want to go research it because I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it's interesting for talking, but in the grand scheme of things, do it really do anything for me? Like, do it increase me any type of way? And I was like, at the time, and hell, I still feel like now the answer is no, don't. But it's interesting to hear. So when we having these conversations and y'all talking, I'm not a deer in the headlights. I actually know what y'all talking about.
Right.
Hey, Trevor, you know who George G. Craig Lewis is?
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, okay. Because you said you said you was watching a lot of like Christian stuff. For
He a preacher?
yeah, he a preacher. Yeah.
Nah, he was watching Geno Jenkins. He watching Geno Jenkins.
Yeah, I'm a Geno Jennings and Gene Patterson.
Geno Jennings. Yeah, that's another guy. It was a lot of people in that earlier time of the manosphere that was actually using people like G. Craig Lewis and Geno Jenkins in their talking point when it came to the manosphere. You know what I'm saying?
I can see how, because Geno Jennings comes off as, they always say he misogynist and he hate women, when really, he's just telling women to have some type of standard about themselves. But he's using the Bible to do it.
Yeah, so yeah, they was using clips from Geno Jennings, G. Craig Lewis. The dude G. Craig Lewis, to me, I think he worse than Geno Jennings.
Oh, he's a preacher?
Yeah, he a preacher. Yeah, EX Ministry.
Oh,
Yeah. G. Craig Lewis. He don't even think black folk need to be listening to rap. He say rap. He say rap is Antichrist.
Geno don't either.
That shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, he hardcore.
Yeah, and a lot of them early manosphere dudes was using their clips to validate their argument.
Huh. I I gotta check him out then.
Yeah.
See, you get
G. Craig Lewis, EX Ministries.
Yeah, see, GTO to my Kevin Samuels, man. Yeah, I don't know. I like what I know of him is clips that somebody sent me, that my brother-in-law sent me to watch, and the clips that he sent me, I was like, damn, this guy make a whole bunch of sense. But this was after he died, so you know, it is what it is.
See, and that's the thing. The whole, you know, Kevin Samuels, he sparked this whole thing. You wouldn't have the Passport Bros if it wasn't for Kevin Samuels, because he's talking about a specific group of black men. Right. You know what I mean? This whole high value men type thing, over $100,000. Bro, I've made over $100,000. I ain't nowhere near what you would consider a high value man. Why? Part of the reason why is because of the decisions that I made that devalue that $100,000 for me. Now, you talking about a man that ain't got no kids, soiling his royal oats, so to speak, making over $100,000. That's cool. I'm not that dude. You know, like $100,000 on the stretch so far. You know what I'm saying? So and if I was making $100,000 and I'm not damn sure ain't doing no Passport Bro stuff, because I ain't got the money to do no Passport Bro stuff. I'm not I ain't basing no relationship off what somebody else perceived to be a 6, 7, 8, or 9 on anything. You know what I'm saying? So am I still considered a high value man? The value would say that I am, as far as the monetary earn. But the lifestyle, damn sure ain't gonna say it.
So what makes a person a high value man?
How much money you make, according to their definition. But I just debunked that.
Yeah, because you make a good point. A person who earns $100,000 as single is much different from a man that earns $100,000 with a wife and kids. I mean, it's a big
right.
difference. Right. And a lot of these guys probably don't have mortgages and stuff like that. You know, so they have the ability to do all this other, you know, stuff. So okay, so you teaching me today.
Okay, so now I got to put you on the spot, Trevor.
Why you don't put MD? MD the one bringing it up.
Because you asked, you made a statement earlier, and I said, you know what, I'm going to time it just right when the time is right. So the time is right now. You said that you're in the military, right? You've been over to Spain. And earlier,
no, he said he was going to Spain, but he got
okay. All right. Okay. So we'll reframe that from the courtroom, Your Honor. He said, like the poor righteous teachers, he interpreted it a certain way. So let me ask you this, because you know I've been to different places. What do you consider poor? What do you consider working class? Because I guess you know I do want to address that before we step out of the show.
Are you talking about poor in money?
I'm talking about just like classes. What did you consider yourself as? Because you were like, well, poor, and I was like, I don't think you consider yourself poor. I don't consider myself poor.
So you brought up poor. I said that.
Right, exactly. Well, when I say poor, meaning a person who can easily walk away from America and say, you know what, walk away from the white man. You know, he could easily say, you know,
King Noble is a poor righteous teacher.
Thank you. I don't think he knows what King Noble is.
So who the fuck? Hold on. Say what you finished saying. What you were saying. Who is King Noble? Who is that?
Oh shit!
I don't think you're ready for King Noble.
No, you're not ready for King Noble. In fact, King Noble did a drive-by on this show. All I got to do is send the bat signal out, and he'll come on the arena.
Yeah, who is that? Like, what's I don't know.
King Noble is a black supremacist. He believes that all light-skinned people, not only white people, but light-skinned people need to bow down to people with more melanin. People not ready for King Noble. Huh?
I don't believe in stuff like that.
Well, I get it, and that's why you're not ready for King Noble. He's got a following.
I put it to you like this, Trevor. King Noble, he's the epitome of what we talking about right now when it comes to poor righteous teaching. King Noble lives for the most part. I'll say King Noble lives for righteous teaching.
He practiced what he preaches. Yeah, he practiced.
He don't give a shit about material shit at all.
No, sir.
Okay.
And he lived by that.
So,
Like King Noble try to live as off the grid as he possibly can.
So to answer Black Son's question, and this is simple in terms of poor, and my easiest definition, it would be somebody that lack, like if we're talking about poor money wise, somebody that lacks, the finances to just do basic everyday living. You're always behind and stuff like that. You're below, what's the poverty line in America? Like 35,000? What? I don't know.
So you can live off a person who has money and still fall in that category, right? As a man?
Say that again?
Can you be a person that lives like a person who lives in a certain house with maybe a woman who makes money but not makes it? Do they fall under that poor also?
They could be poor in spirit.
See, now you're dancing.
I'm not dancing.
Oh.
You can't ask me a question.
I asked you.
Answer it. You tell me, am I dancing?
You said poor in spirit. I'm not asking you about spirituality, sir. I'm asking you.
I said poor in spirit. That don't have nothing to do with spirituality. They may be an unrighteous person. Like you ever look at somebody acting a certain way and you're like, damn, that's a real you poor.
Based on your definition. Okay, based on I'm lost now. Based on your definition of what poor is, like you said, you gave some basic essentials. Now, can you be a person who lives in a house where bills are paid but they're not necessarily paying? Is that person poor?
They can still think they're poor, yeah.
You consider that person poor?
Having money does. And again, I said this to you earlier. I don't feel that we're considered middle class. Me and my wife are considered middle class. I don't feel that way just because of all the money we had to spend.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, do you know what a hobosexual is? A hobosexual?
Yeah, a guy that gets with women so he could have a place to lay his head.
Is that a poor person?
Yeah, he righteously poor.
Okay,
but that's not what you asked me.
That's what I was trying to get to. I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to get to. My bad.
It's like I asked you I noticed I asked you where you going, you tell me where you been. You don't ever just go a straight line. You got to go all the way to Africa before you ask me a question. Just ask the question the way you want it.
I'm sorry. It took me a minute to formulate a just straightforward question. That's my bad.
I'll give you a straight answer, but if I don't
I know you will, but it took me a while to formulate, just like I said, when I was trying to meet you. So we met. So yeah, it's all in it. It takes a little patience.
But I consider myself poor.
But that's what I'm saying, MD. Like I feel the same way, but when you look at how much money we make, we're considered middle class. I don't feel that way. I don't consider you poor, MD.
So no. This is why I say this. So it's a different. So this is why I consider myself poor. Based off the residual income that I have after everything get paid, I then become poor. You know what I'm saying?
But you have the ability to pay that stuff, though.
Yeah, and I get that.
Breaking even, I
get that.
I can't say breaking even is poor. Because you can break even and still eat. You can still break even and wash your ass.
That's why
you can still break even and cut your lights on. Okay.
Wealth is what determines if you poor or not.
Okay. God. Okay.
It's not your income. Income don't consider wealthy and poor. It don't. That's why the opposite of poor is wealthy. Wealthy is your residual asset. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I believe yearly income I make more than Trevor. I believe. I could be wrong.
Probably. You drive trucks, you probably do.
Yeah. So I believe that my yearly income is more than Trevor's, right? Yet Trevor also has joint income with his wife.
Yeah, right.
That advantage number one.
I wanted to
Trevor
get that into the show.
Trevor has assets when it comes to property. Advantage number two, I rent. I don't own a home. So
Okay.
I consider Trevor more wealthy than me, even though I probably make more money on a yearly income than Trevor does.
Right.
But he has several advantages over me in terms of wealth. You see what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes yeah.
So at the end of the day, when I pay all my bills, I get groceries, you know, care for the kids, all that, blah blah blah.
Right.
My pockets is inside out.
Yeah, but you're not poor though. But I get what you're saying. I don't see you poor, but I get what you're saying. You want for wealth. I get it, bro. That's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, there's people fighting to get over here just so they can get to that point where they can. Eventually, their bigger goal is wealth. I will agree. I will concede to that, MD. But what I'm saying is that there's people that will fight just to get to where you're at now. Just like said, just to break even, per se, and what we call break even. Would you agree to that?
Even breaking even. If Trevor and his wife break even at the end of the day, I consider that poor.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But breaking even would be on a much larger scale with Trevor than it would be with me. Because again, he has assets that I don't have. Assets that'll build wealth. Your house equity is considered wealth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So my house equity is at zero because I ain't got no house. I rent. Whereas Trevor got house equity, meaning that when they get older, they can push that house equity in like a reverse mortgage or something like that.
Right.
That's considered wealth. That's considered residual income that you could pull in the future. That's all I'm saying. That when I look at wealth and poorness, that's what I look at. I don't look at paycheck. I don't look at income.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Good point. Oh, that's a very. You know what? That is a beautiful point, bro. And
when you're looking in the eyes of a reparationist, that's how you look at money. You don't look at money from the aspect of what you're getting paid every week.
Okay.
So, MD, why don't you push relationships then for more wealth building?
I mean, that's great, but our mentality ain't where it need to be in order for me to push a relationship. I get it. Remember the other night I told you what a marriage was. I told you marriage was more solely based on business status than anything else. So I get it. But what I'm saying is our mentality throughout generations of not having shit, our mentality based off our social status don't allow us to think that way for the most part. Hell, I'm the one preaching it, and I don't even halfway think that way. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, I'd be married. So it is you have to have a certain mentality in order to like that. That's why reparations is so important. Reparations is going to get your mind where it's supposed to be to think as an American citizen. We don't have the wealth to do that. True. You can push yourself like you did, Trevor. You can push yourself to have these certain principles. You know, it's a different case in your case because you didn't come from what Black Americans came from. You came from seeing a strong family based off of the principles in Jamaica. And again, that's why I said, you know, your principles and my principles will never be the same. That ain't no shot. That's just being real.
So now I'm trying to eat, so that's why I keep muting. So no Black American came from seeing a strong.
That's why I said for the most part. That's why I said for the most part.
So okay, but the reason I
grew up with my grandparents. My grandparents were married. I also saw that my grandparents didn't really like each other like that. But I also saw they did what they had to do in order to maintain certain wealth principles that they had within our family.
But the reason I said that, MD, was just strictly to make this point. When you said that, I knew that you weren't talking about everybody, meaning that you're never talking in absolutes. I know that. So when I say stuff, I'm not ever talking in absolutes. That's all I wanted to make.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So yeah, so what a political stance, what a group political stance is going to do for us is change our mentality. I guarantee you, if more of us had wealth, all these discussions that we talking about, manosphere, woman, this shit is non-existent.
Yeah.
It's non-existent. Because again, what's going to end up happening is, and I keep reiterating, it's not going to happen in our generation. It may not happen in my kids' generation. But somewhere down the line, that wealth is going to build to the point where these types of conversations are mute, because they worried about maintaining the wealth of the family. They worried about maintaining the wealth of the nation, which is black people. When you don't have no wealth to maintain, you talk about shit like black manosphere versus womansphere.
Right.
You talk about being a poor righteous teacher, because that's what you're used to doing. That's all that, and that's all I'm saying. Wealth is the ultimate solution. Wealth is the American dream is living in the United States and being able to get shit. Wealth is maintaining that liberty in America in order to get shit.
Great.
Where the dream is to succeed, wealth is to maintain. Because it's not a guarantee that my dream is going to be the same as my children's dream. My children's dream ain't going to be the same as my grandchildren's dream. Like you could come and build the American dream, but the generations after, the dream will be shattered based off of whatever ills harm them in this country. Then it's a nightmare.
So Black Son, just one more time for my edification, what exactly is a righteous, what do you say, a poor righteous teacher? What, just lay it out in layman's terms.
Okay, in layman's terms, it's a generalization when I say this. A person who preaches like all this stuff, they're self-righteous. Number one, they're self-righteous, but they're broke. They have nothing to offer, and they want you to give up everything that you have, Trevor, everything that you have, MD, and go with their sermons, poor righteous sermons. So when I say righteous, meaning they're just self-absorbed, but they have no fruits or no labor to show. Like a person, I don't know. Let me just. I'm about to get a little showboaty here. A person who doesn't have a house or a business or I don't know, even a job, telling me right from wrong, telling me about timing, telling me about just anything, critiquing me on anything. And I look at that person like, well, who are you for me to be aspiring to? All you got is talk at the end of the day, but I'm not seeing any tangible assets, any tangible fruits that you bear, anything that I can say, you know what, I want to be aspire like you, like that person right there. Now, I don't know how much you make, Trevor, you make, MD, but I can look at your work ethics. I'm looking at y'all work ethics and saying, yes, that's what I want. That's what, the problem. And when you had that conversation with Straight Talk with Trevor dealing with relationships, I heard a lot of the women, Juju and gynocracy, talk about sorry ass niggas. But one thing that sorry ass niggas can do, they so self-righteous that they can make it sound good. And they can preach these sermons that may seem righteous because they know how to talk that talk. But at the end of the day, if a woman All she has to see, like, simply just a working man. I mean, and then you can see that prototype. But then again, you will inspire people and you will have some haters. And the haters will say, I'm taking shots. But just what you did to them, Trevor, people are going to say that you were taking shots. But you're not taking shots. You're just showing the fruits of your labor. So I hope that answers your question. Or did I go around the whole Africa and China?
No, I agree 100%. I know exactly what you're saying. But let me ask you, would Jim Jones be considered a poor righteous teacher? Because he was able to preach and convince a bunch of people to move somewhere with him, and then they basically sustained his way of living. Would he be considered that?
In the onset, yeah.
Yeah, because
then he became a cult leader.
Yeah.
So I think that goes to Black Sun point. I think poor righteous teacher or poor righteous sermons eventually lead to cultism. Because the influence, the teaching within itself is linear. It's not based on any type of individual thought.
And in order for them to be relevant, Trevor, they have to shoot down the fact that you have a house. Well, how do you get that house? Through the white man. So they have to undermine your hard work so they can deter everybody else from achieving that American dream. You follow me so far?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of, it's like the co-leaders and all this, and these people trying to separate, they have to compete with what America's offering. What do I always say? Like, if the Constitution here, you got to be right here. So what are you offering better? And the working class is a black eye. Do you understand what I mean by that, Trevor, when I say the working class is a black eye to their existence?
No, I agree with what you're saying. Like I say, I'm eating right now, so that's why I keep muting up.
No, that's
So
fine.
it's probably taking me longer to answer. But no,
That's
I
what
agree.
I'm trying to figure out. Like you said earlier, it seemed like I was taking shots, but again, it's two things going to happen, Trevor. It's either going to inspire people or people are going to take shots. Just because you and MD are working, people are going to take shots because they feel like that you're the white man's slave. I'm saying no. I'm saying no. I would say no. I would tell women these are the good men that you're looking for. These are the good men that you're looking for. Their prototype, because I know you guys are already married, but I'm just saying the prototype is there. It's not that hard to figure out. Don't go for the guy that talks real good in your ear. Because there's a lot of guys on here, poor righteous teachers, the righteousness sounding like, oh, that sounds good. Oh, that must be righteousness. Do you follow me so far, Trevor? I know you do. Okay, that's just give a reaction. I just want to make sure I'm not getting all derailed off the tracks. I want to make sure I'm straight on point. And all I'm saying is that you and MD are a black eye. And you guys like, man, we working, man. How we a black eye? Because that woman is going to look at y'all and she's going to look at that damn poor righteous teacher and be like, you need to get your shit together. So in order to undermine what y'all are doing, what they doing, what the white man's doing. You follow me again, Trevor?
I'm here.
Okay, so let me know. Let me know if I'm I'm going to offend people. Is all I'm saying, Trevor. It's going to seem like I'm doing shots, and I don't want you to like, oh no, Black Sun doing this shit again. What I'm doing, and I'm going back to what me and MD were originally doing before this shit blew up again. We were attacking the ideology, but then people take it personal. So I want to just make sure I'm straight with my team, and I'll keep it moving. So that's why I will stop everything. I will slam on the air brakes, and pull over and make sure my team is straight with what I'm doing. Once we straight, then I'll then push the emergency and keep it. I put in first gear and keep the truck rolling.
Like I say, beat up on ideology. That's
what I was doing.
Fantastic. That's what we do. I mean, that's
what I was doing. It just, Trevor, bro, I think you were so, and I say this with much love, I think you were so conservative that any little thing is like shocking. So you're like, I'm going to get him with this. And then you come across Black Sun and you're like, oh my gosh, whoa. That's what I think, Trevor.
I am very conservative. I mean,
yes, you are. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. But you got to understand the pro-righteous teachers, they demonize that. They will call conservative, Bible-thumping Republican. I've actually heard people say that. I'm not going to mention any names about you. And I'm just like, and that's bad because you're a pro-righteous teacher. You self-righteous.
I think we'd be better off. I think we'd be better off as a nation if we were a little more conservative. That's just my viewpoint.
And I don't disagree with you, sir. Most black people are conservative and don't even know it. They don't even know it. But it's just that certain communities ride the backs on the civil rights movement. But we are the backbone of a lot of different groups obtaining their freedoms and rights off of our backs. That's why I said African Americans are the bane of freedoms around the world. But yet we got people on YouTube not knowing what freedom is. But I don't know, maybe they have agendas. I don't know. But I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about now is us doing our thing and setting a good example. We're setting good examples just by our work ethics alone.
No doubt.
We don't have to say a word sometimes. I mean, yeah, we got to say a word because YouTube is the platform, but your work ethics show that, indeed. Your work ethics show that, Trevor. And the poor righteous teachers are going to have a problem with that at the end of the day. Because it's a black eye to their existence. And I'm not calling out any names. I'm just saying in general. In general. But now after this show, you will hear the little pot shots. Well, you've already heard them. You've already heard them. Oh, he worked for the white man. Oh, he worked around all the white people. Oh, he's a slave, don't even know it. You've heard it. I know because the MDs heard it. Even these heard it all the time. We heard it. That we slaves, we comfortable slaves and don't know it. There's numerous people that talk like that. That's why I said, no, I didn't put a name on it. It's just that people, you made an assumption, Trevor, and that's cool. But based on everything that's happened, I'm not mad at you. Yeah, I get it. But I'm just speaking in general. In general, because there's an ideology that we don't follow that's not popular amongst the poor righteous teachers.
Hey, when people use stuff like comfortable slave, though.
Yes.
What were they before they got into this consciousness, I guess? Weren't they what they would consider a comfortable slave?
Well, a lot of them would actually be considered followers of poor righteous teacher. You know what I'm saying? And were able to break out of the mentality to then become poor righteous teachers themselves. See, it's one thing to follow the cult. It's another thing to break away from the ideology of the cult and try to create another ideology of your own in order for others to follow. I'll use Angel Snupnup as an example. Angel Snupnup was a follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was in turn a poor righteous teacher.
Wait. Wasn't he a capitalist, MD? Elijah Muhammad?
Yeah, he was most definitely a capitalist because he created an empire based off of those teachings.
So he wanted everybody else to be a poor righteous teacher, but he was a capitalist.
he didn't start off. He started off as a poor righteous teacher. He started off as a follower of Fard Muhammad himself.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
I always hear people talk about, oh, we venerating the ancestors and you know, we want to do this for the ancestors and do this for the ancestors. Wasn't the ancestors fight for us to have freedoms in this country and have everything in this country? So now, why all of a sudden is this new wave of consciousness, I guess, or what I liken it to is a doomsday preacher. Every doomsday preacher wants to be right on one thing, when the end of the world is going to be. And at some point, somebody is going to get it right. At one point, somebody's going to pick the right day. And I just feel like all these new ways of consciousness and all this other bullcrap that everybody trying to spew to people that goes against everything the ancestors taught, by the way, is they just want to be the one that's right. They just want to be the one to be like, oh, follow me for the way to salvation. And they ain't got no plan. They ain't got a place to put us in. They ain't got nothing. They just want to be the Pied Piper. They want to be the Pied Piper, basically, just moving everybody along. So, like I say, I'll be okay with being whatever you call me. Whatever they call me, comfortable slave. That's the term.
Slave. Yes, you're a comfortable slave.
I'll be okay. I'll be okay with that. And tomorrow, when I'm gonna wake up 4 a.m. and I'm gonna go to my comfortable slave job, and I'm gonna put in my time, and I'm gonna come back home to my comfortable slave house. So, I mean, I guess that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, I ain't going back and forth on this bull crap anymore. That's just how it's gonna be.
But I'm just like, I just wanted to lay out, Trevor, that it is the actions that you do, working, coming back home to your home, is a black eye. You're a bane to their existence. I think you only see just the good part. You know what I'm saying? You're at home, you're eating, you got your backyard, you're building a swing for your daughter, you got a picture of your wife, you're doing good. You don't see the negative side of how that is causing a black eye to the con artists. Let me just say that they're con artists at the end of the day. You're a black eye to their existence.
Is it just the vocal minority though? Like the dudes on YouTube? Because in real life, I don't see that. Like in my real life, everyday circle, I don't see that. I don't see people pushing these type of agendas and stuff like that. I only see that when I come on YouTube. I don't see that. I mean, and like I say, Florida's a big melting pot. Y'all know that. We got some of everybody here.
Same in Georgia.
But
Same here in Georgia.
Oh, but we don't see that the whole. I have yet to see somebody in Florida talk about a black land or something like that. You don't see that type of stuff going on here. Because
it's all internet. It's all internet. Because in real life, people are doing real life stuff like what we're doing, what people consider slavery. We're working. So what's really going on here?
But that's why I asked a question one time, a couple panels ago. I'm like, where are these people that's doing so bad that y'all say? Because again, where I am, I don't see that, man. Everywhere has the homelessness. Everywhere has the drug dealing. But on the grand scheme of things, is a small percentage. But where are all these people that's so destitute that everybody's talking about? Where are they? Because I don't see them.
Well, I think they a lot of times what I've heard, like when I went on the Lions Den, they brought up police brutality. That seems to be a popular thing to bring up, police brutality, you know. That is their quick go-to. Like, oh, we're being oppressed because, you know, Mike Brown just got shot down, and, you know, that is their go-to. And I say to these people, police brutality exists all around the world.
I got something in there.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah, I listen, and because when people say that, you know, people will bring up stats where they'd be like, you know, police brutalize white people too. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
Oh,
no, that's not true. You just being a coon. You falling into that, you falling into that narrative. But again, it's the vocal minority, man. Because I forget who I heard say this, but recently they were saying, man, like how the image people play online is not who they are in their real life, man. Because most of them, they are going to work. They lying to you. They talking about they ain't going to a slave job or whatever.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. They say that a lot of women, like your Beyoncé's, your Cardi B's, and your Megan Thee Stallion, they have men and they're married.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you to be that strong,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, I don't like to do the whole relationship thing.
Little girl, didn't I tell you I was gonna?
I don't like to do it. That's why I don't get involved in relationship stuff. But a lot of these women be married. They get off. A lot of them are married.
Hey, what's up, Yanga? But it say but yeah, you so right on the Beyonce, on the whole thing. All the songs that's coming from to be independent and be single and all that stuff is coming from married women, and they just push it. They just pushing that shit to the masses. That's crazy.
We need to say that for Straight Talk with Trevor, because y'all don't want to put me in that conversation.
But that's real though. Hey, but I see Yanga in the chat. I don't know if he's gonna come on, but whatever. I want to just say peace out to you, bro. Like I say earlier, I said it earlier to Blackson, and I said to you, I hope y'all get shit straightened out. But the fact that you over here shows me enough though. But you know what I'm saying? I just hope y'all get shit straightened out. But as for me, I don't want to be involved when y'all talking the shit out. That's just my whole vibe, because I think it should be dealt with between two men, So that's my whole thing. But I mean, I've been trying to get off of here for the last 2 hours. So I'm gonna really go now. I gotta go
3 hours, man. So you're gonna come back, correct? But you're not gonna take nobody on the panel, or you?
Well, yeah. Well, if MD is going to do his show, I'm telling you what I want to do could literally be something I do before I go to bed.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it ain't nothing major. I don't want nobody on the panel, so I don't want anybody on the panel because I don't want it to go longer than.
I got you. Right. No, that's cool. Yeah. Whatever you want,
So now, if it warrants a conversation, then we could bring it up, later in the week or after the debate or whatever. Then I'll deal with it then. But it's just something that's happening in pop culture that I was made privy to. Because again, I don't look at all this stuff. I just found out last night that I feel like that I want to sound off on. And I just want to sound off on it. I mean,
when you sound off, are you going to include the movie review, or is that something whole different?
No. The movie review, I need to do that on a panel. I want everybody to watch it.
Got you.
It has to be when everybody watches it. I like to hear other people's views on it.
I feel bad, Trevor, because there's certain movies that just don't appeal to me. But I'll try, but I'm not a movie person like that. But I tell you what, we'll do movie for movie. You watch a movie for me, I'll watch a movie for you, and y'all can review some of the movies that I got.
Well, Black Panther came out last November, and I'm just now watching it. So that just goes to show you how my timing is. So if you give me
I get it. Okay.
If you give me a movie, and I say I'm gonna watch it, I'll watch it, but I'm just probably not gonna get to it like right now.
Okay, I'll try to do a Black Panther, and you try to watch Punishment Park. How about that?
What is that? Punishment Park? I heard of that.
It's a classic. It shows what America would look like in a real oppressive state. Showing if goddamn martial law went down, you guys will know what oppression is. It's just a movie.
Where could I find that? I would watch that.
YouTube.
It's on YouTube. All right.
It's on YouTube for free. Yeah, Punishment Park. Put in Punishment Park 1973.
Okay. I'm not gonna get to it. I'm not gonna get to it now.
Put it in your save and watch later.
But you know what's funny? I was watching the Dolomite movie last night, so show you how much that is.
Hey, I get it, bro. You working, I get it. You don't have time for I get it, but it's just like I said, I will try to watch because I don't. Like I said, Black Panther. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to watch that because I'm not. First of all, don't
It's
interest me.
long. It's long, man.
Well, damn, you just now you're discouraging me.
It's damn near 3 hours long.
Oh yeah, you can discourage me now. The Punishment Park, I think, is an hour 25.
Oh, I can rock with that. Damn, where's my other headset? Yeah, well, my battery about to die, fellas.
Mine too.
So I'll get up with y'all, man, tomorrow. Like I say, I'll come on tomorrow in Champions Corner, but I ain't gonna stay long because I really want to focus the rest of this week to the Rio debate.
That's right. Okay, no problem, man. My shit getting low too. So, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to Yanga. Shout out to Juju, Democracy, Mimi. Shout out to them, of course, Trevor. Shout out to Dave MD. Shout out to who else is in the chat? Oh, Ebizzle, of course. I'm gonna change this thing title. Shout out to Poetic Empress over in UK. And anybody I miss, man. I don't know if Melvin, man. Shout out to Melvin. Oh, shout out to goddamn KLT, man. Hopefully KLT can join us Monday, man.
Hey, real quick, Blast MD, which one of y'all ended my stream Friday night?
I don't know. It may have been Gynocracy. I don't know, but I remember.
I'm talking the whole time thinking I'm recording, and that damn thing said the broadcast ended. I'm like, oh man. So I guess one of y'all must have hit end broadcast instead of leave studio.
I don't think it was me.
No, it wasn't me either. But no, I understand probably what happened, but it wasn't me either. But yeah, that on the phone, like I don't know the difference between Android and iPhones, but like on the computer, the end is on the upper right hand, but the leave button is the same place on the phone as the broadcast. So I will say that, but it wasn't me though. It wasn't me, but I can understand if it was done by accident. So it's just.
Yeah, it's all good because the show was over. I was closing out, but me and Michael were talking, and I looked up in the corner. I'm like, bro, I'm not being recorded. And
I left the stream. I wasn't even on there at that point, was I?
No, it was just me and Mike. And
okay.
I
don't know.
Like, we legit having a whole another conversation, and I'm looking up. I'm like, damn, no, the stream ended. I was like, what happened? But I know sometimes when I'm trying to leave here, you see the end broadcast button. Yeah, so I mean, it's all good. I got all the info that I needed, but it's all good. But anyway, piece of the panel, piece of the chat. I'll get up with y'all.
All right, y'all. Keep like I said, Trevor's gonna do a show later. I think MVD's gonna do one too.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now as we speak, man.
Okay, cool.
I got to go to the grocery store too, so I got some things I got to do. Hopefully, I can get done with it sometime this evening, man. As soon as I get finished with it, I'm gonna hit you up, Black Sun, and then it's a green light. We going.
I'm ready, brother. I'm ready.
But I don't want to schedule it until I am sure.
Yeah. No, it's a slideshow, so I get it, bro. I know you got to get it. Yeah, that's why these debates are so. Man, you got to get it all ready, man. So I know, bro. I know.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have time to do it yesterday, but man, as soon as I got home, bro, it was like, do this, do that, do this. Yeah. So that's what I was on yesterday.
All right, man. Well, shout out to you, MD, man. Let me know. I'll be ready, and I'm gonna I guess go fix myself. So man.
Yeah, no doubt. OES series, Operation Exodus South series, Volume 2. And how I got this thing titled. Special Field Order 15 and the Freedmen's Bureau. That's what we're going to be talking about. So, and then after that, we could just chop it up, in general after the presentation. But I want to get this presentation knocked out first.
Absolutely.
And then we can speak on it.
Now, how many parts is it going to be, MD? Is it going to be in totality?
I mean, I want to put as much information on Field Order 15 and the Freedom Bureau as I can. So I don't even know.
No.
I don't know how long the presentation gonna be.
No. I mean the parts. I know you're gonna do a part tonight, but I mean just because they.
How many slides?
No. How many? Like you got part 2.
How many volumes? I don't
Yeah, how
know.
many volumes? Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can make this shit go on forever. I don't know.
I love it. I love it, man. Because you know what? We'll talk more about it, man. When you ready, man. Because it's the Constitution wasn't made in a day, so that's all I'm saying.
No doubt.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, I get with you. And once I feel more confident on what time I'll be done and what time we can do it, I'll let you know.
Okay, sounds good, brother.
Peace, everybody.
All right, peace, y'all. We out.
The Arena of Six.